What's up, friends? I am so excited to present this episode to you guys. So I have a friend of mine. She is a Twitch gaming superstar who also happens to be a musician, DJ, singer, like a quadruple threat. Super driven woman, games for crazy hours in the day, has played over 200 games, is just super knowledgeable about the gaming industry. And if you're not familiar with the gaming industry, this is going to be a great episode for you to get into. Now, I've been a gamer from way back. I used to host gaming parties, absolutely love gaming. Anyway, this episode was really exciting. We spoke for ages. We shed a tear. We went deep, man. We went deep. And her fans, she's got so many fans, it's crazy, are going to absolutely love this episode. I had so much fun conversing with her about all things gaming, her life, relationships. Just, man, it spans the whole gamut of conversation. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm super excited. She is awesome. Her name is Tegan Bishop. Her gaming tag is Teegstah. Enjoy. Woohoo! Yeah, baby! You feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. I can't believe you. How long did you game for before
Today?
you came here?
What time did I finish? I finished at 6:30, so 7.5 hours.
You gamed for 7.5 hours?
Yep.
And then you're here for this?
Yep.
That's hectic. What are you like Red Bull? What's the secret?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I have lemon and ginger tea.
Jesus, what the hell's in this tea? That's
love
pretty
it.
hectic. Like, where do you find that energy to when you're like spending copious amounts of time in front of a screen playing a game? Like, where does that energy come from? Because I would imagine you have to, do you prep for gaming like you would for a gig?
No. My setup's completely set. Like, my streaming takes over my whole space.
Right.
So in my living room, that's my stream room.
Sure.
And it's always set up. So I wake up, I get myself ready, I walk in, and I just touch my buttons on my stream deck and I start.
That's it. That's what I've done with this. This is permanent. None of this gets set up. It's like
It just lives here.
And it doesn't encroach on your living space, right? So you still
I've got a bedroom and I've got
mad.
a kitchen and I've got a couch and in the corner as well. And
do you find that makes it easier for you to want to keep doing it and be really consistent with it? Just
well,
having
it's
it all
what I
set
like
up?
to do. It's what I like to do, and I spend all my time there. So it makes sense to make that the biggest room of the house.
100%. I can get rid of my chewing gum. Didn't even realize. So how long have you been streaming?
I started streaming in 2020 at the end of March, so 5 years.
Wow.
5 years
I
now.
remember when we first spoke about it, when I wanted to do my Twitch channel, you had like maybe 1,000 followers or something, and I thought that was awesome. Like you were doing killer. Now you're like over 14,000 followers.
Yeah, we're getting close to 15K.
That's
so that's
pretty
mad.
hectic. That's pretty hectic. And I know how hard it is to build a community on Twitch. I tried to do it. I had like a 6-month stint, nowhere near as long as you had. And it was tough. Like it's really tough.
It is. It depends. Like there's a lot of factors that are at play, especially with the Twitch culture. But I think for me, a lot of things aligned, and I just kept at it, and it just paid off. And I think also it was at a good time that I started as well.
Right.
Because you got to think about what people are doing. It was during the pandemic. A lot of people came and flocked to Twitch.
Yep.
There was a massive influx of streamers. And then kind of now that the world's opened up, a lot of people have fallen off.
Yeah, right.
So it's a hard kind of place to navigate.
Okay. And when you say like a lot of people have fallen off, are you talking about people watching Twitch or streamers?
Both.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people who kind of just gone, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm going to stop. But then there's also a lot of people that, because the people that were watching you, they were working from home, they didn't have other things that they could do.
That's right.
So they were watching. So they still support you, but they're moving on with their life. It's a beautiful thing about streaming. There's a lot of people that kind of come to you a lot of the times when they're in like a low point,
right?
Where they're like lonely, or they're in between jobs, or they're off on an injury, and they just need something to fill their time. And so instead of like a Netflix or something like this, they come to you and then they spend and they get all this time and then they go off and they come back and like, I'm so sorry, I haven't been here for a while. I'm like, no, that's great. Don't apologize for living your life.
Of course.
Like it's great.
You're like an old friend, that they haven't seen in a while, and it's like just background noise for them, I guess. Especially when you're, like you said, if you're either lonely or you've not working for whatever reason, it's nice to have
that community.
100%. And that, because it's live, they can interact with you.
Exactly. But it's interesting. You think a lot of people aren't really there and then something will happen and then there's just an eruption of people in chat. Right. And they're watching. They're sitting there watching, but they're just enjoying. Yeah. They don't need to talk sometimes. They just like to, they might be doing their work on another monitor and then like you beat a boss and everyone's like, GG. And like, you just come in and you're like, holy crap, where were you all?
So you are a musician as well.
Yes.
And an amazing singer at that too.
Thank you.
Why, like, I would imagine you would have tried music on the Twitch medium as well as gaming, or did you just go straight into gaming?
Straight into gaming.
Straight into gaming. Were you a gamer before you did music?
Yeah, so I actually went to uni to study games.
Game design?
Game design. Oh. Bachelor of Games and Interactive Entertainment.
No way.
I didn't finish it because UNSW, is it UNSW? UTS? Somewhere, the university in Sydney that does all the technology, like does a similar course, wouldn't accept my prior learning. So they were
What was your prior learning?
Like, so the basic courses. I was in a 3-year course. I was up to my 3rd year. So my 3rd year would have essentially been build the game, like design the game, build the game, one semester. Yeah. But they were like, no, you need to go and learn the language again. And I was like, I'm not learning the alphabet again. It's like you already writing essays and they're like, I'm sorry, but you haven't got the credits for knowing the alphabet.
Why do you think they did that?
Because gaming is it's a very, very, very new. It doesn't feel very new, but essentially when I was in uni back in the 2010s, that was when Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja came out.
Fruit Ninja.
So it was like the world was obsessed. I love Fruit Ninja, but mobile gaming was a massive thing. And AAA games were still very high up in the industry. Right. But now there's been a shift and you see a lot of indie games now. So the whole process is very much an evolving process. So the course also has to be evolving. Yeah. And so because of that, they just didn't want to recognize my prior learning because the course had changed so much and because I had so much time. I studied a bit, then I went overseas and I lived overseas for 3 years. And then I did like my cruise contract and I came back and then I did another semester and then I moved down to Sydney and I was trying to transfer down to do my last year and they were just like, no. Wow. So I was like, okay, well, I already have the knowledge. It's not like I need the piece of paper.
100%. You know what? And it's probably, you know what it's like with any curriculum, a lot of it is so archaic and they don't even keep up with it. So, they're probably trying to find their way and, and so it benefited you. You didn't have to go through it and now look what you're doing.
I just got a HEX debt. So that's
we all got some sort of debt. We all got some sort of debt. So do you ever fantasize about creating your own game?
I don't know if it's like creating my own game. I do enjoy the whole process. Yeah. I could see myself doing something like that because I very much enjoy understanding how things work. Mm-hmm. So that's part of like why I'm so drawn to games as well. I've always been drawn to games, but I'm a person that just likes to understand how something works. And if I don't understand something, I'm not going to really give it much attention. Sure. So it's kind of like if I understand something, I'm able to troubleshoot and I'm able to fix it, which makes me feel independent to an extent.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's with a lot of things. Right. I'd rather like if something broke on my car and I needed your help, I would rather you explain it to me.
Sure. So you can fix it next time if it happens
Correct.
Again.
Rather than you just do it for me because it just feels like, okay, well.
Yeah, it's more empowering.
Yeah. 100%. And it's also just that you're not relying on just other people's knowledge. Why can't you just have that knowledge as well? So I like kind of understanding. And then it's cool because when I play games and I break it, I know why I've broken it. Right. I'm like, their collision hit the boxes not big enough or I slipped through that. And it's just cool to understand like the mechanics. I'm like, that animation's great because I understand how they build the game where they've got like it starts with like cubes or squares and then they mold it and they put the texture on and then they add the animation and then they add the coding. And I love how like understanding that and I'm seeing it in action and it's just, it's you give it it gives you more of an appreciation.
Of course. Do you sometimes get lost in the fact that you're looking at it from all of these perspectives as opposed to, or do you just go, I'm going to immerse myself in this game and just forget about all of these nuances that are going on and just appreciate the game for what it is?
I don't feel like I have that thought process. I feel like a game, I don't think you have to make an active decision to immerse yourself in a game. I think the game, if it's good, it will immerse you.
Yeah.
And then you just appreciate it from there on. And in hindsight, you can like dissect it. And like as I'm playing and people ask me like, what's this game? What am I doing? How are you enjoying it? And I can be like, oh, well, I love like the fluidity of the controls. I like the mechanics. I like how they've taken this genre and put a spin on it. And you know, and a lot of people, cozy games like farming simulators, they became very, 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 very
called
popular.
Cozy games?
Well, cozy games are like The Sims and it's like,
right, okay, cool.
yeah, like just cozy game
That's a
genre.
thing. That's mad.
Yeah, so like the cozy stuff, there was a lot of farm stuff. There was like a Nintendo Direct and every second announcement was here's a new farm sim. Oh, here's another farm sim. And it was just replicas of these successful titles. Yeah. But the thing is, they go, oh, why can't you play that one? I'm like, I'm sure it's a great game, but it's not different enough from another genre for me to like, because I've got my backlog is literally hurting. I've got so many games I need to play. I need to be selective about like the cozy games I play. And so as long as if it has a differentiating factor that draws me to it, then I will play it as well. Like I'll give everything a go, but sometimes I won't attach to a game.
It has to have a significant point of difference, right?
Yeah, but also for those types of games, they don't have an end state.
Right.
So it's like you're committing to playing that forever now. Yeah. So it's a bit of a time commitment. I'm a bit of a commitment phobe with that one.
Some of those RPG games can go forever. How many games have you played?
Countless. I know I've streamed at least over 200.
Streamed over 200 games?
At least.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And beaten all those games?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And okay, so you must have faves and you must have ones that you really didn't enjoy.
Yep.
Let's go with the one you didn't enjoy.
Well, you know what? There's actually only one game I really didn't enjoy.
Okay.
But I normally can find something that I really like in every single game.
Okay.
I can't even remember its name. That's how much it irritated me. It was just this, it was ridiculously
was it an RPG
hard.
game?
No, it was a Metroidvania.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, there was a beep, wasn't there?
That was my watch. My other watch.
Amazing. Yeah, it was like this RPG, not RPG, sorry. It was like a Metroidvania, but it was puzzles and it was just really, really, really hard for no reason. And it just like the puzzles didn't really make too much sense. And
Even
I was
on the
just getting
easiest
really
level?
There was no difficulty level. There was a lot of like running around and then just really like low blows in like, it's like I shouldn't have got killed here. But
Right.
like the game is just doing that because it can. It just felt a bit unfair, like a bit imbalanced. So I was just like, it was irritating me and frustrating me. So I was like, I'm not playing this anymore.
Yeah. I guess you'd have a really good feel for that because you're playing so many games. And you can see how some developers have probably allowed the game to be, welcoming to players to want to continue, and then some that they just make it so fucking hard that you give up, you know?
Yeah, well, it's a lot about like intuition, like intuitive like programming and stuff like that. So, for example, like the game that I was playing today, it took me a little bit of time to get into it.
What was that game?
It was called Lost in Random: The Eternal Die.
Okay.
And I really love the controls. But it took me a while just because I jump between platforms all the time. So the controller layouts are all different.
Yeah, right.
But I was playing a lot of like Horizon Forbidden West and like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. And intuitively, the circle button is the roll button or like the dodge, the evade. It's like the get away button.
Sure.
So that when I picked up Lost in Random, I intuitively pushed that same button, but it didn't attack instead. So the buttons were a little bit changed around. So it took me a little bit of time to get into it. But intuitively, it's just like all the other parts of it was very intuitive. But the dash was on a different button. So, yeah.
Do you think it's important for game developers to understand that most people are playing certain amount of games consecutively that have very similar mechanics with where all the buttons are placed? Is it in their best interest to keep it like that, or should they just make it totally different? So it's a different experience when you get on it and you got to use different parts of your brain. Like from someone who really appreciates game development, what would you do in that situation?
I feel like there's a level of intuitiveness that you need to kind of lean on.
Okay.
And I feel like that comes with the genre as well.
Right.
And then I feel like from there's kind of rules within the genre and then you can kind of break it from there. So yeah, as long as it like the more that you can rely on the intuitiveness and just like learnt behavior.
Yep.
So for example, like everyone knows that like an X is a jump on a PlayStation controller. You know, we know that X is jump. So that's one less thing you have to teach the player.
I've jumped from a bunch of X's as well.
Oh, amazing.
Haven't we all?
Yay. But yeah, so if you can like make them not learn, like have to learn that again.
Right.
You can actually give them more information. You can info dump like a bit of lore.
Right.
And so they instantly know that like you run. So instead of them having to get control of that and they're missing all the other parts of the game, it's just you're relying on second nature. It's like if I came in here and the rules were that I had to walk on my hands, I would have spent like a long time figuring out.
They actually are the rules. They're on the door at the front, but you clearly didn't read it. And I didn't want to say because you're a guest in my home.
Let me just.
That's all right. If she's going to walk on her feet, that's fine.
But yeah, it's just kind of like just having like more intuitiveness when you walk in. Like it's like a chair. I sit on the chair.
Yeah.
Like why would you not make a chair? Like if you're in a game, why would you not make it sittable? You know, it's just you got to rely on that kind of. You just lean on it.
And do game developers reach out to you to test their games?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So I get subscribed to like a lot of mailing lists and stuff like this.
Sure.
Like my business email just kind of gets like subscribed to it.
Right.
And I get a lot of like emails are just like, this game's coming out. Would you like a key? This game's coming out. Would you like a key? But most of the time I don't really have time in my schedule unless something really piques my interest.
Right.
And then I'll kind of respond, be like, yeah, actually, you know what? I would like a key. But when I like the more personal emails when like, developers like reach out or PR companies reach out on my behalf.
Right.
And then I give them a try. And like, so for example, there was like a Steam Next Fest, which is kind of the PC like Steam.
Yes, I've heard of Steam.
Yeah. So
Could you explain Steam to people, my viewers, who don't know about Steam?
So Steam is pretty much, I don't know what you would say, like, I want to say a web client, but it's not a web client. It's a program that you have on your computer, and it's pretty much a massive store where people can upload their games, and it pretty much handles running your PC games.
Okay.
So usually there's like that. There's Epic as well, which is another like storefront essentially. But yeah, so you go on there, you look on the store, you buy your game on there, it installs, and it runs. So. Yeah. And
is that game is not necessarily on your computer?
Yep.
It's like you've literally bought it and it's...
You install it. It's just kind of like...
Okay. So it's not
it's like going to the App Store and getting an app on your phone,
Yeah.
but it's on your computer. So if you want to get a game, you go to Steam.
Yeah. And then it, constantly updates or you've got to update it or is it...
You can set those settings yourself.
Right. And so can you play it when you're not online?
Yeah.
You can. Okay, that's cool.
Well, some games require internet connectivity, but once you download it to your computer, it's on there for you.
So when I got into gaming, because I used to host gaming parties. Let me explain. This is when GoldenEye was huge. Do you remember GoldenEye? Like an OG fucking sick game.
Nintendo 64.
I used to have this townhouse out west, and it was a 3-bedroom, and we'd have a different console in each of the rooms. And so
sounds like heaven.
It was the best. And I'll have all my mates over and we'd just eat pizza and we'd play all these and we'd just go hopping over game consoles. Back then, there was none of the I want to say the kind of like there's a little bit of a darkness to games now compared to what it used to be when I was gaming. So it was more fun. It was a lot more lighthearted. I mean, GoldenEye was pretty aggressive. That was probably the most aggressive of the games that we played. But I remember having those parties and they were the best fun. And I still game now, but not as much as I used to.
What do you play?
I've got a PS4.
Let's go. No.
Really?
Okay. I got a PS4 still.
Yeah. So at the moment, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Nice.
Hooked. I've got most of my games are like single player games because I don't have anyone to play with, right?
Yeah.
But I will buy games where there are double play, like a fighting game or a soccer game or a sports game or something or other. But I really like playing games on my own.
Yeah.
I love Skyrim. I love, just
Oh no.
really? Elder Scrolls, you don't like it?
No, I do. I just made the worst mistake ever.
Oh, well, tell me. What do you mean?
So I tried to play Skyrim.
Yep.
And so I should probably tell you that I played a lot of Zelda.
Okay.
And in Zelda, there's like these chickens called cuckoos.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can like pick them up and you can harass them and stuff like that. And if you like harass the
That's what you wanna do
chickens,
with
they
chickens.
like a whole swarm comes and usually attacks you in each game.
Yeah.
So I did my Skyrim, I got my person ready and I did the whole first section where you go through like the cave and you come out and I walk into the first town. And what do I see on the floor? I see a chicken. And I'm like, intuitively, wow. And this person's like, you killed my chicken, I will kill you.
That's it.
And then I was like, no.
The game will make you pay for that.
I was like, you're not going to kill my chicken. I'm going to kill you. Boom. And like, I killed him. And then they're like, you killed my husband. Boom. And I was like, no, I'll just kill you all. Calm down, everyone. And like, I ran away. People were hunting me. And I was like, okay,
Now
fine.
you're wanted.
I just got to kill them at this point. So I killed them all. And then finally everything calmed down. And then they were like, talk to this guy. And I was like, I killed him.
I'm sensing
So I need to restart.
some psychopathic tendencies.
No, they were coming at me. It was me or them.
This is true. And the thing is, in games like that, the game makes you pay for doing
Yes.
things like that. Like you just can't go around killing everybody because it has
There are
repercussions.
consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just wanted to get the chicken.
Damn, man.
So yeah, I need to replay Skyrim.
Start a whole fresh Skyrim.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm just a bit burnt.
What was the character that you created? What did you use?
That's a great question. It was a naked
Was
character.
it a mage? Was it a...
It was like the naked one, the one at the very bottom, like
Naked
nothing. I don't know. It wasn't like any of them. It was kind of very much like just like a moldable character. Like it was very much, there wasn't like any stats.
What was your special powers?
I didn't get that far.
Oh, you didn't get that far?
I killed the chicken.
Oh, man.
I killed the
Those
chicken.
fucking chickens.
Oh, don't kill the chickens.
I think when I played Skyrim, I did a couple. I tried it a few different players. One was a mage. One was the swordsman.
Yeah,
one
nice.
was the what do you
Like
call
an archer.
Archer. That's right.
Yeah.
I was going to go the bow and arrowist. Archer. Yeah, they were my faves. That was a lot of fun. I loved it. I got so deep in it. What was that other game that I used to play? It's post-apocalyptic, and it's got that 1950s thing.
Is it
Fallout?
Fallout? Yeah.
Oh my God, I got hooked on Fallout.
They just put a new update in. They put fishing in.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Fishing in a nuclear waste land? God.
I think it was it Fallout 76?
Did you watch the movie, the show?
I haven't actually fully watched it. No, I got to watch it all.
It's awesome.
I got to get on
It's
it.
really, really good. You know how some movie houses like fuck up
Yeah.
game adaptations?
Yeah.
No, they've done a really good job on
Have
this
you
one.
seen The Last of Us?
No, what's it? Is that on Stan or something?
That's on HBO.
No, I don't
Oh
have
my God, you
HBO.
have to watch it.
Is it good? I love The Last of Us though.
Have you?
fucking dope.
Did you play that game?
I played the first two, but not
There's
long
only
enough.
two.
Oh, it's good.
There's part one, part
So there you
two.
go. Okay, I played a little bit of part two, but I played a little bit more of part one.
So you've seen like the massive story spoiler at the start of part two, yes? Maybe we shouldn't spoil for
Don't.
people. We will not be spoiling.
And don't spoil it for me because I might want, because I'm thinking, okay, actually, I'm glad that you're here. This is probably the reason why I brought you here.
Yes.
PS5 or Xbox?
Oh, don't even. I'm not. People always have console wars. Console wars is a massive thing. I feel like people just want to ask
You're
that
not
question.
helping me out here.
I'm sorry.
Which one or the other? The blue pill or the red pill?
You can't. I'm
Come on, you're the professional gamer.
But I
Help me
like them
out.
both. Like my gaming journey has been just all over the place.
What are
Like
you
I
game on
started
now?
everything. I've got all of them literally next to
Okay,
my
what's
computer.
your fave? Your go-to? The one that you walk in the
Wherever
house.
the game is.
Okay, what's the one when you walk in the house and you go, oh, I just feel like gaming, and your hands gravitate towards that controller? Go.
It depends on the game I want to play because the thing is if you want to do like a Crash or a Spyro, you do that on a PlayStation.
Okay.
You want to do like the new Mario Kart, that's a Switch too.
Skyrim.
Skyrim, I actually have that on the Switch
Oh, damn it.
because I got it for $10 off
killing me.
Marketplace.
$10 Switch.
$10 like the cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Someone
right,
was selling it.
Yeah, right.
No, and I was like, cool, I'll grab that. But it just depends whatever console I have on because, yeah.
I'm going to get it out of you later on. I'm gonna move on to some other
But
questions, but I will get it out of you.
Like my console journey, when I was a kid, I was on the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. Like that was my like portable consoles, and then I had the Nintendo 64. That was my first. Then I had a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2. So I loved my PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and I was doing all my like Nintendo gaming. And then we got Xboxes. So I had an Xbox, and that was like my Call of Duty days, my Assassin's Creed, my Fable days.
Jeez, man, when you have kids, they're going to absolutely love you.
I'm going to destroy them in games.
You know, there's I don't want to say scientific proof, but there's a lot of research into how gaming can actually benefit the neural pathways of your brain and your reactory skills as well too. That's why a lot of fighters, MMA fighters, they play video games because it really helps them with their reflex action.
Funny thing, when I used to work at Red Rooster.
Shout out to Red Rooster.
Red Rooster. I love Red Rooster. But yeah, as we were like doing...
Is that why you hate chickens?
No, I like chicken.
Is Red Rooster
I like
traumatized
chicken.
you?
No, I really do, but I was definitely...
You just want to bash him.
No, I like it. But the thing is, when you're doing like the hiring process, so I do like some interviews, some of the questions you'd ask is, do you play games?
Oh.
And it wasn't a trick question because people who play games have a high dexterity and they'll be better to be put, because you know how you have people who are on the front counter, you have people who are kind of like on like the fries and stuff like that, and you have people on burger bench.
Yeah, right.
What are the people on the burgers doing? They're just moving their hands a lot. So if someone plays games, that's where you're going to chuck them in the kitchen.
But aren't also gamers like mad stoners and they're unreliable too?
That's a stereotype. And yes, some people do actually really go into that. But there's all different types of gamers.
But I like that whole concept of the
dexterity.
The dexterity and being able to do multitasking things all at once. Are they allowed to play games at Red Rooster? While they cook?
You can always do, I like to say, you can do everything once.
Right.
You can do everything once, you can eat everything once. Whether or not you can live to keep going, like...
Did you work in any other fast food restaurants?
No, I worked in like a franchise. Okay. So I started as soon as I was able to like get a job. And then I pretty much worked up until the day I moved to Hong Kong. But I became like a manager pretty quickly.
Sure.
But the person who owned my store, he had 7 other stores.
Oh, wow.
And so he would just literally send me around wherever store needed help. So it'd be like, so someone might be like, oh, it's too hard here. And it's like, sends Tegan.
You're the cleaner.
I'm the cleaner. And I'm like, I can do, and they're like, well, she can do it.
That's
a
really great compliment.
So it was good. Yeah. It was good.
Wow, that's crazy. And so I would imagine like, and I remember my daughter worked at McDonald's, and the training that you get in some of these fast food joints are pretty epic, and we're world accredited, right? And you get to, you get a good foot in the door if you were to go to other places because you've worked there, right? Yeah.
I think like just it's because it's globally recognized, it's kind of that whole, they know what you've been taught kind of thing. So
you know what I admire about you, Teeks?
What?
You're super driven.
Yes, maybe a bit too driven.
What's a bit too driven these days?
I don't stop.
Do you know what I mean? No, I mean, but can I be honest with you? Life is so fucking finite that you shouldn't stop. Stop only to just reset, chill, and then get back into it because you don't have time.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's not anything to be ashamed of because it's great. But I do love your drive. Notice the book.
I was wondering if you picked that.
And the book underneath.
Hey.
All right. So what I do with each of my guests, I have a nice, beautiful collection of books. I always try to find a book or two that I feel like best represents my guest. And there's also a little Easter egg for those on my wide angle checking in going, what are those books? Boom.
I like it.
No, because
that's very sweet.
That's how I've kind of seen you.
Thank you.
I've seen you as that. And, you know, I've got a fuck ton of female friends. I do. I love my female friends, and only a very small percentage of them are as driven, you know, and I get drawn to that because I'm super driven, you know me. I'm never stop. Actually, I've got a pair of sneakers that a friend of mine made for me, and it says, never still Dre. You know the song Still Dre?
Yeah.
Never still. And I'm not.
I like it.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
That's sick.
Let me ask you about that. What drives you?
That's a great question. What drives me? I don't even know if I could answer that because it's just who I am. Like my brain just works that way. Like I'm always thinking of things I can do. Like when I pulled up literally in the car park, I was like, I need to send this in, I need to send this in. And I've got lists and I'm always just like, okay, I need to do that, I need to do that, I need to do that. And I'm just always multitasking. And I just like, I guess it's also like a stimulation thing. I like doing lots of things. But then I also can be the biggest potato ever. I can be very comfortable, but I don't know. I like getting things and I can lock in and really get things done. I guess it just comes down to like that like psychological thing of just getting little serotonin boosts from finishing things, you know, and it just feels like purposeful.
What does your day look like? Talk me through a day in the life of Teegs.
Well, it depends what day of the week it is.
Okay, so it's a streaming day.
If it's a streaming day, I would wake up about an hour before I start streaming, go to the bathroom, have my shower, get myself dressed and ready. I would then I would make my way out of my bed and our bedroom, and I would go and boil my tea, get my tea ready.
Do you breakfast? Do you eat breakfast?
No, I'm not very much. I don't know. I only really eat like once or twice a day. Okay. But I normally eat, like I only ate as I was driving over to here. That was the first time I ate today. But like I don't get if I get hungry, I'll eat. Like certain times of the month I'll get a bit more hungry and I'll just eat whenever I'm hungry. Or if I'm at a gig, I'll eat whenever but I don't really get that. Like I wake up still full from the night before. So I don't really feel like
that's interesting.
Eating. I don't know. I've just always, but it's not like I'm starving myself. It's more just like, I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat. Okay. But then as soon as I'm hungry, I'm like, I'm going to get food. Right. Like, it doesn't matter what time of day that is. I'll just go get food if I need it. Like, but yeah. So,
that's interesting. Yeah, I used to be like that when I was younger, probably around your age. That I just like, you obviously got fast metabolism, so you can just scoff it down.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, when you think about like tomorrow morning, I have a fight dietitian on the podcast and we're going to talk about nutrition and specifically nutrition for athletes. And that's going to be interesting because I actually enlisted his services when I was partaking in mixed martial arts and wanting to compete. So it's really interesting when we talk about nutrition, how it is so different for everybody.
Yes.
And
there's not one thing.
No, what works for you works for you. You seem very healthy. You seem very fit. So it's kind of like, well, why fuck with it? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And in a way, when you're hungry, that's your body telling you, put some shit in me.
Well, if you think about it, like if you strip it down to what it used to be, like when there was tribes, they weren't eating 3 meals a day. They were going time without food, and then they would get the lion, they'd bring it back, and then everyone would eat.
The lion?
I don't know, they'd get something.
Do you know how hard it would be to kill the lion? Maybe like a deer or an elk or something slow moving.
But they wouldn't eat that regularly. Yeah. So it's kind of like that kind of vibe. And then you also kind of break down, like, I don't know, I look at life sometimes as I'm like an outsider, like just watching, but it's very strange.
Third person.
Yeah, it's kind
of. Third person shooter.
It's interesting because like breakfast, lunch, dinner, these are just like, if you think about it, like we grow up just accepting a lot of things in our life. Like I think like this is why it can also kind of be a bit isolating, like life in general, like especially like being creative is because we take like different routes than what the typical. 100%. I try and avoid saying normal now because people go like, so typical.
Man, I've stopped worrying about all of the words and the woke shit that's out there. I just let it come out of my mouth and then deal with the consequences.
People should know that you mean well.
Yeah, it's not coming from a bad place. And the same with you too. Like, I think it's like, when you have to second guess everything that comes out of your mouth because you're worried about offending somebody, you're not being authentic anymore.
That's true. That is very, very true. The internet's very loud.
So back to eating a lion.
Yes. So eating a lion. No, but if you think about the way that we accept a lot of things, like we accept that we like go to school, you go to college,
100%.
You find a wife, you buy a car, you find like you buy a house, you have a family, rinse and repeat. Yeah. And it's like that's great for a lot of people and that is perfect. And some people find absolute fulfillment in that. But when you stray off that path, it can be quite isolating because people only have that to kind of compare you against and you're not hitting all these benchmarks. No. And when
they
you think
call
about
you an outlier.
Yes, I am. Right. But the thing is, if you think about like breakfast, lunch, dinner, who's benefiting from us eating 3 times a day? the restaurant industry. You know what I mean? If no one ate breakfast, what are all these cafes doing?
Yeah, look, there is that part of it, but then there's also the nutritional part of it as well. And some people, they require a certain amount of protein throughout the day, certain amount of carbohydrates for whatever they're doing, but everybody's body is different and not one set plan works for everyone.
But I do think that a lot of people eat because they just think they have to eat.
Oh yeah, they're bored and there's so much available.
Yeah, and so they just,
abundance.
It's like, oh, this is the time of day, I need to eat. But do you actually need to eat? It's just, this is what I do every day. So it's their routine that they kind of accept.
Do you eat when you game?
No, I used to.
Okay.
I don't anymore because someone used to clip every time I ate and it just got a little strange.
Someone used to clip?
They'd make a clip of me eating. I don't know what they were doing with that clip of me eating.
Oh, that's weird.
It's interesting.
Yeah, right. We can talk about that. So
I just kind of stopped doing that just to not enable that behavior.
Yeah, of course. Huh.
But yeah, sometimes I'll be like, I'll eat something very quickly, but I used to have like my dinner and stuff. But now I just go, all right, bye, I'm going, peace, and I'd end my stream.
Yeah, right. Fair enough. I guess,
unless it's a special stream.
Unless you're doing ASMR and you want people to hear. Have you listened to any of that stuff?
I like ASMR, but yeah, it's not something I would do because I'm too loud.
No, but I mean, like, you can be really soft as well too, and people will listen to other people eating and making like mouth noises while they're eating, and like for me, that's it's infuriating. But for them, it's calming. It's pretty calming. Okay, I want to get back to your gaming.
We've gone off on a tangent.
I love tangents though. I love tangents.
I always go on tangents. We call them Teegents on my streams.
Teegents are awesome.
I'm like, oh crap.
You know what? I emptied out all my SD cards before you came today, so I've got 10 hours each card.
Smart idea, because I recently filmed some content for another another creator.
Yep.
And they were like, oh yes, you just have to answer these questions. They need to be 3 to 4 minutes maximum. Da, da. And I'm like, I'm really sorry. My first question is 12 minutes long. You're going to be editing a lot.
I can't do that. That's one thing that I've stood pretty firm with from the outset of doing this podcast is it's all long form. It goes for as long as it needs to go to. And then, and also too, when I edit, I get to re-enjoy the whole conversation. Because sometimes during the moment you might miss something, but then you watch it back, and then the whole editing process is trying to bring out the conversation and making that story arc, flow throughout the time. And I want the viewer who's going to sit and listen to the whole thing. Yeah. I can't cut that up. And
it makes them feel more involved as well.
Exactly, yeah. And even if you put it on in the background while you're doing stuff, it's comforting. It feels like you're with people in the room. That's kind of how I want it to. I likened it to this, and I was talking to some people about it. I likened TikTok and Instagram like fast food that you don't want to digest and eat all the time because it's just junk. And then I likened YouTube to be like a home-cooked meal.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean? Somewhere that you look forward to. When you get there, you're just like,
Yeah.
That's where I want this to live.
Yeah.
But so speaking of which, that's my niche. I'm carving my own niche. I've struggled to find anything online similar to what I'm doing to kind of gauge how to do it. So I've just gone, fuck it, I'm just going to create my niche. How did you find your niche?
Well, I don't know if I've got a niche per se. I just do what I want to do. And that's what I was literally just about to compliment that you that's good that you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing your thing and you're enjoying your thing, it's not going to ever feel like work.
No.
And also you're going to attract the right people, because the thing is, if you try and fit yourself into something, you're going to attract people, yes. Like, so if I start playing a trending game that's gone up, but it's nothing in my genre, all the people who enjoy that game are going to come to that game, yes, because that game brings it.
Yeah.
But am I going to retain them? No, because we don't have any similarities. We don't connect. So you want to draw people that are attracted to what you're doing. Like, so that's why I always say, like, when someone asks me, like, what should I stream? And I'm like, what's your favorite game? Because that's exactly what I did. When I started streaming, I was playing Crash Team Racing and I was playing Animal Crossing. And they were the two games that I was playing at the time, and I was like, that's what I'm playing. Because the thing is, I can talk about both of those games forever. And I can talk about those games and enjoy them by myself forever. So it doesn't matter if no one's there. So I was doing what I was doing. And then when someone came in, I remember like my first follower, like, and he still comes in, 22 Aquarius, let's go. Yeah.
Shout out.
Amazing. All the way on the other side of the world.
Wow.
Came in and I'm sitting there and I'm playing Crash Team Racing and they say hi and I'm like, oh, hello, how you doing? Da, 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 da. And they ask me about Crash and I'm like, oh my God, then look, this is my disc. And I like showed them like my, like, and we were chatting about that. And then he followed. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And it was just a pure connection. They come back to this day.
Yeah, right.
Because I was myself and they were themselves and we got along like a house on fire.
Yeah.
It's you just got to do the things that you like and it will draw the people that you want. And I think a lot of people get upset about and they get focused on people who unfollow or anything like that. You don't need people who unfollow you. They're doing you a service, and just because they unfollow you doesn't mean they're bad, and it doesn't mean you're bad. It just means that you're going in different directions. You don't need that. You don't need that person because they don't want to see your content. You want to keep training the algorithm to bring you people that want your content.
Yeah.
So don't get hung up on why is that person not here. Focus on the people who are there.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. So I just always, the way that I kind of, I guess you're asking what my niche is, but I do variety, which is like it's deemed very difficult category to actually thrive in.
Right.
Because on Twitch and stuff, very much so a lot of people will stick to one game and get themselves partnered through one game.
Right.
Because it is easier because that fan base is kind of there. And then they share a lot of streamers that all do that and they all kind of work within that. Whereas I'm variety. So I've got every single person. And so I'm like not really in anyone's clique.
Sure.
So
but that's a niche.
I guess so.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
almost like it's not a niche. If you know what I mean, it's a niche that's not a niche. Yeah,
Cool.
and exactly what I'm doing here with music and vlogging and all that. People go, no, just pick one thing.
No,
like I've got you talking about games tonight. Tomorrow I'm talking about nutrition. You know?
Yeah.
But these are the things I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about these conversations. And,
You're passionate about people.
Yeah, passionate about people. And how important is that on a medium like Twitch, where most people can view Twitch as like it's only for young people and it's for gamers?
No, it's not. I have literally someone who watches me and she is amazing. She is over 50 years old.
Wow.
She is bedridden. Unfortunately, during the pandemic, she became bedridden, and she actually liked that the pandemic happened purely like, and she says like it's a selfish reason, but she's the most loveliest human I've ever met. She's like, it helped me acclimate to the fact that I'm going to be bedridden for the rest of my life. But the fact that everyone else was home, so it made it not hurt as much. But she is the person, like I remember I was telling the story once I got on one of my many tangents and I was telling about the story about how I lost this like eye mask that I got, blah, 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 blah. And I described it. Literally, like after I finished that stream, I had a message in my inbox and it was like, hi, I found this website that makes these custom masks and I think I found the design. So if you do that and do that, then you can get your mask again. Da, da, da.
No way.
She sits there and you'll ask a question and she'll get the answer for you, or she'll go and clip something and she just does these selfless things. And so I've forgotten what your question was, but she's absolutely just a gorgeous human. So yes, it's not for just young people. Like it's for ages of everyone. Like one of my mods, I think she's also over the 50 years old mark, and she is the sweetest human ever. I flew her up from Adelaide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and she's amazing.
That's awesome.
And she's so sweet.
You get pretty personal with your followers.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Of course. I'm fully transparent.
Okay.
Like,
how do you vet people like that? Like, how do you determine whether that person is safe enough to fly up and hang out with?
Well, she's my moderator.
Okay.
So she kind of like protects the community. So she's been around for a long time.
So a moderator is somebody that you elect to almost like moderate the conversations and make sure
so they
people
moderate the chat. So essentially I like to think of my mods as an extension of me. So there's like the rules in the chat, there's different things, and I've equipped the mods with the tools that they need to. So they can pull specific commands from my bot that not anyone can pull. Like, so it's like warnings and stuff like this. They can delete people's messages, they can time them out, they can ban them. So they kind of do that, and then like they might message me like we've got like a group chat within our Discord for just the moderators, and then like if someone comes in that's being a bit jank, they'll be like, what do you want me to do? And I'll just like see it and I'll be like, go for it.
That's awesome.
So
they're
it's
almost
cool.
like your henchmen.
Yeah.
Hench people.
No, they're my family.
I know,
They're
but you
so
know what
sweet.
I mean. They're there to protect you.
Yeah, they enforce, they protect the community.
Enforcers. I like that word better.
They protect the community and they ensure that the vibe is exactly what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because everyone has different rules in their space, and it's not to say that some rules are wrong and some rules are right. They're just different.
Of course.
So, like, for example, something that can be quite controversial is that, like, I don't like to bring politics up in my chat. I don't bring politics up or any like controversial kind of topic, because the thing is, I've created my space because I want to escape.
Right.
I want to escape from the world. Okay. And that's what so when I'm playing my games, I'm not worrying about what's going on in the world. And that's not me saying, and like people will argue. It's not
you saying that you don't care.
Correct.
No.
There's a time and a place.
Of course.
And I've recognized that I'm not knowledgeable enough in that area to have a healthy conversation that I can guide. So I don't want to go near that topic.
Yeah.
It's me, that whole, I don't understand it, I don't want to navigate it.
It's stressful to constantly be thinking globally. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to think locally in your own life and get that in order and get that functioning healthily, than to worry about all the things that are going on in the world, because you can just literally do your head in.
Exactly. And you also don't know because Twitch's viewership's very lurk-based as well. You don't know who's watching. They're watching and they're expecting an experience. So they're expecting to not hear about politics. Yeah. So if you start talking about it, they're like, what are you doing? This is my escape as well. Like, it's 100%. Our space. It's not just my space. So that's why I have these rules, so people know what to expect as well. So it's kind of, it's like one thing that a lot of people don't realize sometimes is, like, if someone comes in intoxicated, like, that's fine. You can go and be drunk. But don't be drunk in my chat, because if you start getting sloppy, like,
boot them out.
Well, we'll be out, because the thing is, you actually don't know. Maybe someone's a recovering alcoholic and they're lurking, and you're talking about getting sloshed and all this kind of stuff, and that might be fine for you, but you've just set that person back, and you don't even know who you're affected.
Triggering them.
Correct. So I just kind of like there's a lot of like times that people don't understand how their actions can just like ripple effect.
Yeah, exactly. So many people are not socially aware. You know what I mean? They're just in their little bubble. Can I ask you about and how you feel? So when I started my Twitch journey, I did my research and just –
some more?
Yeah, please. I did my research. I'm going to do some more.
I broke it.
I did my research and while doing my research, boy, did I find some crazy channels on Twitch that I'm like, what the fuck? This exists on Twitch? We're talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the bikinis?
I'm talking about the girls in pools and spas. Okay, so if you don't know Twitch and you're not familiar with it, there are channels on Twitch where young women, barely wearing anything, are in a pool or a spa or by a pool or in a room just chatting. And sometimes they're not even chatting. Sometimes they're not even saying anything. They're just like
standing there
on their phone or just talking about their day. It's really benign viewing. But what's crazy is that any given time, there'll be thousands and thousands of people watching them. And I just think to myself, and like you look at their viewers, they got like crazy amount of followers, right? And some of them are making ridiculous money.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like eye-opening for me because I saw the gamers. And another thing that's eye-opening, I watched some guy playing a game and there was 50,000 people watching him play a game. It's mental, right? So it's crazy that world, it's like its own little universe. And then you've got these people doing that. Then you've got musicians and you've got yourself doing gaming. Now, what I want to ask you, you could quite easily be one of those girls. And I don't doubt for a second you would have thousands and thousands of people watching you.
Well, thank you.
What stopped you from going down that route and going to this route, which, like you said, the variety route, the gaming route, it's not as, I want to say maybe lucrative or whatever compared to that. What kind of like steered you in that direction and steered you away from that?
I've never really been one to, I don't know, I just don't need that attention in that sense. But I'm not trying to say that those girls need that attention. They've just obviously recognized something in the market and they're happy for what that provides. So the trade-off.
You can't hate on it because
it's valid
seen a
work.
Loophole and they've gone, I'm going to make some coin.
Do you know how lucrative they are?
Yeah.
There was actually like wars at some point, like when that category first opened, because they used to be in just chatting. And then, so then there was like a lot of people complaining about it. It's like, oh, these girls in bikinis and just chatting. But they're like, isn't this against TOS because they're in bikinis and they're like showing too much? So then they made the pools category because to get around TOS.
Oh my God.
Because people were getting banned.
Yeah, right.
And they were like, but there's girls in bikinis and they're wearing less than me. Why did I get banned for just having my shoulders out? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So then they made that, and they're like, the rule is you have to have like a beach or like a pool or something, and then you can be in that attire.
Yeah.
But there was like a massive war where there was like this chick, and she was like one of the top streamers, and she got like a pickle Rick, like an inflatable pickle Rick.
Love pickle Rick.
And there was this chick that was copying her. Right. So it was kind of like a little bit of rivalry happening. So this girl was like, screw you. She bought out the stock in the world. So this girl couldn't get this pickle Rick.
Fucking serious?
Yeah, but she could. So why not? Like, go, girl boss. Like,
girl boss,
that's what happens. That's what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I've just never gravitated towards that. I didn't go to Twitch with the intention of making money. I just, like, I was drawn to Twitch because I always played games. And my day before I even was on Twitch, like, my world used to be I would gig, I'd game. I'd gig, I'd game. Wow. That's what I would do. And then, you know, with like our gigs and stuff, you meet so many amazing people traveling around the world.
Sure.
I get a lot of interactions. And that's where my socialization kind of was. And then COVID happened and I slowly saw just everything fall away. And I was like, yeah. So I sought out that human connection.
Yeah.
And so I was told, why don't you just stream on Twitch? Like, you play games and talk to people. And I was like,
interesting.
that sounds exactly like I want to do. All right, let's do it.
And you can do it from your own home.
Correct.
In your
and then
pajamas.
I just did it. I did. I did. Yeah. So, and I just went from there, and that's what gave me happiness. And then whatever's not, like, if something's not serving me, if I'm not enjoying a game, I change it. And that's just how I've always been.
So there's more than just an escape for you in that realm. This brings you joy.
100%. I wouldn't do something.
What aspect of it brings you the most joy? Is it playing the games or is it the community?
It's the whole experience. I think it's the whole.
Could you do the games without the community?
I was doing that before.
Right. With no
I
one
probably
watching.
wouldn't play as many different ones. Okay. I probably would have I don't know where I would be, to be honest. I don't know, because it's always just the gaming has always grown with me. And it's like, as I was saying, I was like on my Xbox and I was doing like my Assassin's Creed and stuff like this. Then because I went into my contracts and I was overseas, I can't bring console with me. So then I became very portable. I remember going to uni, having my 2DS and doing like the Street Pass kind of stuff.
Hey, I saw you at Opera Bar with a backpack and a whole setup in your backpack.
That's my IRL
She had a backpack with literally the internet in there for her to stream while she's walking around. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
That was pretty mental.
Yeah.
Not just mental, but just really, oh my God, wow. Like you just made this obstacle, you obliterated that obstacle of not being able to do it at home and just being outside doing it. That was pretty
I was
hectic.
still using my setup at home.
But it was remote. Right?
It was remote, yeah. So it was pretty much.
But even just to set that up.
It was just like sending the source into the internet and then my computer at home was downloading it.
Wow. We're using Starlink.
No, I was
Imagine
not.
using Starlink now.
That would be awesome.
That would be hectic.
Yeah, apparently it's better in America, like the service that I use. But yeah, straight internet.
Okay. So this all sounds incredible, right? Playing video games, talking to people and strangers from all around the world. There must be a dark side to it. Ooh. There must be like a challenging side to it that
100%.
Yourself, other streamers have to go, I know I can talk about my challenging side to my Twitch experience. But
what are some things that you found challenging?
There was the technical challenges of being very new to it, being just a bit of a technical idiot sometimes, but slowly learning. Like I learned slow when it comes to technical things, but I'm super nerdy. Like I can talk about the nuances of all of this gear to you for hours because I love getting nerdy. But applying some of that sometimes takes a little bit of time to compute. Having said that, I would experience issues because you know what it's like when you're streaming, you've got cameras. It's not unlike what you're watching us on now. You've got audio, you've got lighting, you've got an internet connection. There's a lot, bots. There's a lot to think about and there's a lot that can go wrong. And then you've got the connection between all of that and the computer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your card, what do they call them again?
Oh, you got capture cards.
Capture cards, that's right. So that for me was a pain point that every time I streamed, it was.
Something went wrong.
Oh, yeah. It was so stressful.
Welcome to streaming.
And I had I've got the best internet connection you can buy, like you can pay for, right? And I just couldn't understand why I was just exhausting
not working.
the bandwidth constantly. And then you know what it's like when you drop out, people leave.
Yeah.
They don't
and it's
come
very
back.
deflating.
It's very deflating. So there was that. Then there was, on top of that, because I was doing a music show, I had to rely on others to be a part of it, which was awesome because I had a great crew of guys who, wanted to give me their time and energy and they were unbelievable, but couldn't do that all the time. So there would be the stresses of like on the day having to find players
Managing
because
people.
I've got an audience that are waiting for the stream, blah, blah, blah. So there was that. Also, I think I did it wrong in the sense that I made it such a big hoo-ha to put together that it just became unlike what I've got right now where I just switch a bunch of things on and I'm ready to go like your setup at home. Yeah, it was just a combination of all of those things that for me I started to not enjoy it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Perfectly valid. You just burn out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a burnout because not only do you have the moment of streaming, it's all the stuff you got to do afterwards as well too.
Streaming is the easiest part.
Yeah, that's right. People don't realize.
It is the easiest part.
Do you stress out about those technicalities? Do you experience those technicalities?
Yeah.
Really?
Always. I think the other week, not even a week or so ago, my keyboard just stopped working because my phone fell on it. So my phone fell on it and then I started moving and then nothing was working. My keyboard was in another language and I was like, I can't type to you guys. Like I can't do any commands. I can't do anything. And then we were sitting there troubleshooting for like 15 minutes.
Really? Your viewers are cool
yeah,
like
they were
that?
helping me.
That's awesome.
And then we realized that I had to I pulled all the keycaps off my keyboard and I'm like, and then the solution was whack the alt button. And I was like, wah, wah, and I just kept whacking it and it fixed it. And I was like, perfect. Because the alt button was stuck.
Right. People love that sense of realism.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sense of
is.
authenticity, that shit happens.
Yeah. I had another stream where I was, I have Desky and it was in my old place before I moved.
Right.
And I have a redemption streamer stand up. So I have to stand up.
A what?
Streamer stand up. So it's they're just you've been sitting for too long, stand up.
Oh, they make you stand up. Oh, okay. They care about your posture. They care about your
they look after
energy
me.
levels too. Because they want you to stay on. They don't want you to start fading, right?
So I streamer
cool.
stand up and I push the button and I don't realize that the power button, the power cable, has caught under the leg.
Oh, no.
And I was standing up and the whole system turned off.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, crap. Then my mod message texts me, he goes, are you okay? I'm like, the whole PC just turned off. I just ripped the power cable out of the wall. I'll be back.
Do your viewers, are they cool with that sort of thing? Or
Oh, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with when it comes to that kind of stuff, I think audio is they'll be the least forgiving when it comes to audio.
Right.
Because audio is very jarring compared to a visual, a video thing. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and that can really put you back as well too, especially when you're playing a game because you're immersed in this
Well, it breaks immersion.
activity where you're progressing certain stages and then that shit happens and just fucks it all, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's challenging. So how do you deal with challenges like that? How do you center yourself and then get back into the stream, get back into the game? Because it
depends.
In what you're doing, there's a bunch of variables. It's not as simple as just switching the cameras back on and then, hey, I'm back. You're not just chatting. You were immersed in an experience where you're trying to progress to certain levels. How do you get back into the game?
Well, it depends. It depends on the scenario. I feel like it's really case to case.
Okay.
For example, when the cable came out of the wall, I had been live for about 10 hours at that point. And so I was just I came on, I finished the little section that I was decorating and I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to go.
Right. 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's incredible. You know what? I say that, but then people can't believe when I say I DJ'd for 8 hours. You know what I mean?
That's a long time.
That's a long time, but also streaming in front of a screen for that amount of time, that's a long time too. But I guess you're not doing it for nothing.
Yeah.
You're not doing it by yourself, just locking yourself in a dark room and just doing it for nothing. There's a purpose to it.
100%.
So that must be motivating to keep going.
I like games and I get so immersed in the storylines and I just want to keep going. Like
also too, I on Twitch, what I've gathered, the longer that you're on, the more viewers come to watch, right? I knew that
that's not a correlation.
Twitch.
It's more so the reason more people would come to you is because you're on, so you're more accessible.
Sure.
So you have more chance of people to discover you.
Yeah.
And also you have more chance of people to raid you because you'll hit different time zones.
That's exactly.
So
I got
that's
the most viewers like towards the end of my streams, which is like, damn, we've been streaming for like an hour.
Yeah. So it just kind of, I feel like it's that again comes down to like consistency. Discoverability on Twitch is horrible.
Right.
Like it is horrible.
Do you do the whole networking thing like they recommend? Go to other people's pages and go, oh my God, that's so amazing what you're doing. But you really hate it, but you just networking. No. You're not allowed to, are you, anymore?
No, I just don't. That doesn't serve me. Why would I go and be fake? Like, I have better things to do with my time.
And you know what? There's so much misinformation about that because when you start a Twitch channel, that's literally the thing they say that you have to do.
Like network
in order to gain followers. You've got to go on other people's channels, show love, but don't promote your channel, that kind of stuff. So it's interesting you've garnered such a great following by just being you and not going and partaking.
I'm just myself. I'm just myself and like that's it. That's what I'm saying. Just because people see through that.
Yeah.
People see through people just trying to get connection. It's I don't know. It's the whole like self-promo stuff, there's a lot of misinformation. You're very, very right about that. Yeah. But the self-promo thing is
it gets overwhelming because you want to focus on what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And what you're doing to a degree is an art form. Being able to game, being able to put together what you've created for your followers, it takes a pretty high level of creativity and you know, I want to say determination as well too, to just like see it through, right?
Yeah.
I noticed one thing that I really did like about your channel was that you split it up to gaming and chatting.
Yes.
So you have segments where you just sit and connect with your audience, right?
I normally do that at the start of stream. So I start every stream with just chatting.
Okay. And then you jump onto
And then I jump into the game.
Right. Have you ever done one where you just separated the two and you just chatted for hours with people?
Well, it just depends like I've done like Lego streams and stuff where I build Lego and chat to people. But I'm constantly chatting to people. Yeah, I just did a charity stream where I literally built a 2001 piece thing in one day.
I've got a puzzle that I haven't built. We should do that.
I've done a puzzle stream before.
It's like
people love puzzles.
Really? Mm-hmm. They'll watch like this puzzle that I've got. It apparently takes days to finish.
Really?
This is from like really proficient puzzle.
Oh wow!
Makers or whatever. Yeah, it's a
That's
big
pretty
one.
good.
It's a big. Piece
I literally did. You know that day that you saw me with my backpack?
Yeah.
The stream was, hello, I'm at the Opera House. Let's go walking around the city. We walked around the city. Let's go to the Lego store. All right, cool. And when I bought like one of the mosaic kits, we went to the park, sat in the park, and
you did in the park.
I did the mosaic in the park. I put the Lego together and I let them pick what picture it was. I put together like a few instructions and then everyone picked if they want like Shrek or if they want Harley, and I put it together and I just followed it and chatted to people.
What did they pick?
Harley.
Of course. So Harley's your alter ego, right?
I love Harley so much. Harley or Shrek.
When I invited Teegs on, I said to her, she asked me, oh, what do I wear, blah, blah. And I said, you know what, just wear what you feel comfortable in. I said, if you want to come in cosplay, come in cosplay. But then I would feel like I need to be in cosplay.
I feel like you need to be the Joker.
Isn't it crazy that you're like Harley Quinn and then I have
That's what I'm saying. You should be the Joker and I'll do Harley.
I could totally be the Joker.
You could 100% do it.
I could do that.
Yep, next time.
I reckon we do another episode in cosplay.
In cosplay. Done.
In those voices. Slash annoying. Oh my God. Okay, so there are some pretty successful people on the Twitch streams.
Yep.
And they're obviously people that are trying to, get to those levels. Are there streamers that you are inspired by, that you watch their streams?
I think other creators definitely inspire me, but it's not like it's not inspiration of like, I want to do what they're doing. It's more so I just like respect the hard work. I can see the hard work they're putting in, and I know that they're a genuine human being, and I love how they connect with their audience, and there's aspects of their stream that I really admire. Like there's like the streamer from the States, and I think she's so funny. She is like equal parts corny, equal parts horny. That's what she used to say. I'm corny, horny.
Corny, chorny.
Yeah, she's so funny though, but she is like the smartest human ever. She's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. And her chat are unhinged, but they aren't like, they will go really into like the cheeky humor, but they never sexualize her. Right. And like, she has a really good way of like balancing the community of everyone, like does like little jokes and stuff, but it never goes into like the inappropriate. It doesn't cross like her boundary. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like they're very respectful at the end of the day. Like they're still a community, but they go a little bit like gremlin.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely amazing. And she's not afraid to be like make a fool of herself. And she creates all these incredible things. And you like from first appearance, you'd be like, oh, she's just a hot chick with blonde hair. Like she plays games. Cool. And she's good at playing games. She's got an engineering degree.
Yeah.
So like at one point she made this like whole thing where she rigged up this whole thing, made the software. She rigged this like bucket above her head. So then when someone did a Twitch action, it controlled the robot and like poured stuff on her head. Like she's amazing like that. Like
That's crazy.
She does all these really cool things. Like, and she's just like, to like give you a level of her unhingedness, she squished a watermelon in between her thighs on stream. Like she squashed the watermelon and it went everywhere. And she tells like random stories about like how she like broke her like shoulder while having sex one time. Like, and she was just like, ow. She like fully goes into it. She's just the funniest thing. Like you come on and she does this like she puts up like a raid video and it's just completely just unhinged. Like she's sitting there, she's like doing like these like body rolls and she's like, congratulations. And it's just like this most monotone thing. She's like, I'm so glad. It's just so funny. She's just so unapologetically her.
Yeah.
And one other thing that like, would sum up what she does is like on the front of like on a starting soon screen, she's like, here's a picture of my pussy, and she puts a photo of a cat. She's like, check out my pussy, and it's like this cat. And it's just so funny. Like she just doesn't care, but she has like that humor that's just so, it's just, I love her for that.
Is she American?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so she's awesome. It's like I appreciate that. There's another streamer that's just so talented with speed runs, and he was playing 2 games at once with one controller. He finished both of them with the same inputs.
That's incredible.
It's like, how did you do that? Wow. And like, you know, like Majora's Mask by any chance? You familiar?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the day and night cycle. Mm-hmm. He finished the game in no cycles. Like the game didn't reset the 3 cycles. He did all of it in 1 day cycle.
Wow. There's some pretty incredible humans out there, right?
Amazing.
Like to anybody out there who's not into games or just doesn't understand, there's a level of like superhuman
skill.
Yeah, no, you're right. Superhuman skill to be able to do things like that. And you have to.
Yeah, they're just amazing.
You have to appreciate
they're amazing
for what it is, you know what I mean? And admire it too. Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty hectic.
So I just think there's different things that you can take from like different streamers, but I think you can do that with every human that you meet. Yeah. You can take parts that you enjoy and you can take away like bits and they can inspire you to do different stuff. Like I come in here, like your setup's amazing, like so freaking cool. That's inspiring, you know?
Yeah.
And I love everything that you've got going on. Like,
thank you.
That's
well, you know,
admirable.
I would imagine it's the same at your place too. Like everything's purposeful. Everything's there for a reason. And also too, like everything in my apartment has a story. Every little thing has a story. I can tell you, if you ask me, where'd you buy that? I'll tell you the story of where I bought it, who I bought it off, what the experience was like. That for me is important when it comes to, you know, purchasing things.
That could be something that you do. You could do like
in my vlogs, yes.
People could vote and like say, like point out something in the room and you just make like a little like 5-minute chat about where it comes, its origin story.
See. That's awesome. No, that's a really
you can
great
do that,
idea.
and then people can like ask things about it because
I'm gonna write this down.
Write that down.
I'm gonna write it down because I'm like old and I forget shit.
No, I forget stuff too. So if I don't do it at the time, I will forget it.
So this is for my vlog ideas.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, people do 5-minute crafts, 5-minute origin story.
Yeah. Origin stories.
Of random objects in your house. I like it.
That's a great idea.
Because it just starts conversations. It's cool.
Yeah. No, that's a great, and that's exactly what everything is a conversation starter. So it's funny that me going into this world is really me putting myself out there. And I've gotten to this point in my life where I just don't give a fuck. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good that you're
I'm
at that
happy
point.
and it's taken a while and I'm happy to just put myself out there because I'm going to die soon. So at least if I can leave that legacy online of sharing incredible stories and conversations with people, sharing the music that I'm going to have on here as well too, and then just me to the world, that's cool. I leave a happy man, you know?
Yeah.
So, and it's, you know what I love? I love that you do this from a really holistic place. It doesn't sound in any way like you're doing it with an ulterior motive. Like you would do it regardless of anybody watching or if you were making any money on it. But I have to ask you, this is definitely an income stream for you, right?
It does have income.
Yeah.
But there's also a reason I'm still gigging.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to talk about that as well too. So if you've just chimed in, Tegan is also an incredible singer and performer as well as being a gamer.
Thank you.
And you juggle the two.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask you, like, I'm not going to ask you a favorite because I'm sure you love them both equally, right?
They give me something different.
Yeah, right. So what is it that gaming gives you that music doesn't and vice versa?
That's a great question. I feel like music is like another way of, it's like another limb. Like my voice is another limb. It's another way of expressing myself. It's like when I dance, it's a completely different way of just putting myself out into the world. It's a place of vulnerability. And there's beauty in that vulnerability as well. But
Do you
then,
read Brené Brown?
Sorry?
Do you read Brené Brown?
No, I don't. I should.
She's the queen of vulnerability. She's incredible.
No.
Yeah. If I knew that you were about that, I would have put her book up there too. But anyway, I'll tell you. We'll talk about that.
It's a space of vulnerability. And I think streaming also is that too for me because they know everything. Like we had, I don't even know how, I think we spoke for over an hour today when we started, like we were just chatting for over an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was telling them all about my week. I'm like, all right, guys, this is what I did on the weekend. So once I left you on Friday, I did this happened, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this, and this is what we're going to do this week. This is what the streams are going to look like. Hey, do you guys want me to do this? And they're like, yeah, let's do that. I'm like, all right, I'll schedule that in this week. So they know what's going on. And then like people will call me like, and they know that I have to take the call because I'm like at work.
Yeah, right.
So I answer and then people get like, oh, you're not muted. And I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to dox myself. Like, like I will talk in like, I won't like say things that I like. So for example, like I called up and I was asking like, so some, like Antonio called me today.
Right.
And then I was like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this gig? It's the same rate as Opera Bar. I'm not going to say what the rate is online.
Yeah,
I just talk. It's the same rate as this. Like, da 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 da. It's on this time.
They're like a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, watching you and you do life.
Yeah, but if I have to obviously like, if I have to say some personal details, I'm just going to mute and walk away.
Yeah, right.
And turn off my captions. And
of course.
Like, but I like to involve them as much as possible because then they come and they're like, oh, who was that? And I was like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. And so maybe someone doesn't know I'm a singer, and we talk from there. You know, and
do you sometimes like? Do you feel you have an obligation to them? And do some of these people, I don't want to say take advantage of, but do some of the, do any of them kind of have these, like a hold on you in some way, or they feel like, you know.
I don't allow that.
Right. Okay. How do you do that?
I just have very strong boundaries.
Right.
And I'm very reasonable. I feel like it's like, I don't think people can kind of just like replicate this. It's just who I am. I'm a person who tries to, I'm a very reasonable person. And I try and like operate from a place of understanding. So like if you did something strange, I'm not going to go, not like, I'm not going to like lash out at you immediately. I'm going to go like in my head, I'm going to process, why did you do that? Was it something I have like said? Is there something that you've misunderstood? So now that you're acting that way, because I don't think you're cause I'll go, you're not a malicious person. So why have you reacted that way? Maybe there's miscommunication. Where is it? Let's clarify. And I'll be like, hey, like, I know you probably did this from like a place of like, I know you don't.
I feel like I should be on a couch.
I like that kind of
you
thing.
have a like notepad writing this shit.
No, but it's
I'm
like,
supposed to be the therapist.
I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
But no, it's just like I try and understand where things like, because a lot of the time some people are very socially unaware and they don't act from a place of malice. And I'm going to go on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
So when I was living in Hong Kong, my friend, she was talking. She told me something that she shared a story with me, which has always like stayed with me. And it was about like how they were raising their kid, and their kid hit someone at school, and like back in the day, you get, but they didn't do that. They said, "All right, so what happens when you hit people? Like, what happens to people who hit people?" And they go to jail. Oh, okay. Okay, so do you think people get toys in jail? No. So then for the rest of the night, they didn't have their toys. They didn't have their colorful pajamas. They had
Jail
pajamas. Like,
stripey.
no, but they had but it wasn't punishing them. It was just making the kid realize that I'm not a bad person, but I did a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the time people get treated like bad people when they make a mistake. And it's kind of like that whole philosophy of like kids don't lie. Like they're not born liars. They're made liars because they're scared of telling the truth.
Yeah.
And like, so it's like the way that you handle that. And I feel like that's kind of a way that like, I think a lot of people who are like socially, socially inept, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Socially inept, or they just they lack that understanding or
awareness.
They're they're socially unaware, or they might be like neurodivergent and they interpret things differently. They see the world differently.
Yeah.
They've never been treated like with that understanding.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people get upset and they react because they're trying to be like, I'm a good person. I'm not doing this. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? So if you come from like a place of understanding, like, hey, I know you mean well, but let's clarify this. Like, I don't want that. Like that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like if you want something like that, I need you to like, and you kind of go from that kind of
and you're
point.
Inadvertently teaching them as well too.
Correct. Use it as a teaching moment.
Yeah, exactly. They may not have been aware that that's how they come across. So you by doing that brings it to light, and hopefully they'll take it on board, take accountability for it. And then,
and that's what sometimes people don't though.
Yeah.
And you can't help those kind of people. No. Like, but you at least have tried. Like I try and use everything as like a teaching moment. And I don't want to like, that's why when like someone acts up or does something wrong in stream, like maybe breaks a rule, I tell my community to ignore it. Let the moderators, let me handle it. And my moderators will usually just delete it and we'll move on because we don't need to draw attention to it.
Yeah.
We pull a command. It says, don't do that.
Sometimes that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to draw attention to
Correct.
themselves. Yeah.
That's very troll behavior.
Yeah,
but also like if someone comes in and they like, hey, can you follow for follow? Like, you know, like they come in and they've got the misinformation or they're like, can you please follow me?
But
like,
just watch a YouTube
guys, come,
tutorial.
I'm just about to start my stream. Like they do this kind of thing. I go like, I respond instead of, I could easily go, whack off, like delete, ban that person. Like I could do that, but they're going to keep doing that. So it's like, hey, I hope you know, like I'm like, I know you're trying to like build your stream. That's mad. Tell me about your stream. What are you doing? I just want to let you know that this is going to get you in a lot of trouble in a lot of other places because it's looked down upon. It's frowned upon to kind of have this approach with promoting your stream. And I'm not going to follow you, not because of the way that you've come in, but I personally like to follow based on like a connection and if I actually enjoy your content. I don't want to give you a hollow follow because at the end of the day— hollow follow.
Love that.
No, because the thing is, it's just a number on a page. You haven't made a connection. You don't need the follows, you need the connection.
Yeah.
Because if you make that connection, then they're gonna talk. Like, so for example, my friends that one of my friends that I met on the cruise ship, his missus, they both work at Canva. And she was at work one day and she looked over and someone was watching my stream. And she's like, I know her. And she's like, oh my God, you know her? And then like when I saw my friend, I gave her like one of my merch badges. I was like, badges. And I was like, give it to her 100%. And she was like, oh my God. Like it's all about who you know. Like if you're just connecting with people, they're gonna promote you. And you're going to keep growing and you're going to just keep, again, attracting the right people. So if it's a hollow follow, I'm never going to come to your page. So you're just going to get depressed that no one's watching you and your numbers are going up and you're like, well, why is no one watching me? Because you haven't connected with me.
You know, it's funny. We're in this kind of like this crazy time right now where this whole concept of hollow follow, a lot of these people, they don't really know what the fuck they want to do with their lives. No. So they're just trying shit out.
Yeah.
And there's so much misinformation online about how to go about certain things where I feel like a lot of it's driven by metrics, money, quick buck mentality. So a lot of these people, they don't understand that connection is the foundation for all of these things, especially the people who have done really well. That's how they did well, is that they've forged
people they know.
Connections.
It's the networking.
That's right. But a lot of these younger kids, they're not connected to themselves. How are they going to connect with others?
Correct.
Even though we're in the most connected age we've ever been in the world.
We're so disconnected.
100%. And it's hard to see like younger people when you see them online, they have this persona that's just like crazy. And then you meet them in real life and it's like, what? It's night and day.
Yeah.
And it's quite sad. It's like I was talking to somebody.
Quite disappointing for people as well.
It is. It's really deflating because then you start to think, is everybody inauthentic? You know, I was talking to a friend of mine about it the other day and we were talking about jump cuts, you know, when you're doing vlogs and so forth. And I said to him that whenever I'm watching a YouTube clip and there's a ton of jump cuts, I just think to myself, if I was talking to that person in real life, I'm going to hear the ums and the ahs and the likes and the stutters and whatnot. That's a real conversation. This is not representative of a real conversation.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like some sort of educational tutorial. Fair enough, I get that. But for the most part, you want these connections to seem real.
You want the nuances.
You want the nuances. You want the little pauses. You want the, forgot what I was going to say. You want the, what was I thinking?
It's relatable.
Exactly. And then when you meet these people in real life, they're anything but. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it straight away, it just destroys for me, the ability to connect with them, you know.
Because you're connecting with a stranger.
Exactly. I thought you were this and you're presenting me with that. And it's like, straight away, it's like a wall has come up. So, yeah, it's really interesting how on those mediums, and I would imagine too on Twitch, you've got a lot of people who are, like you said, socially inept. They probably aren't out all the time and don't have a lot of friends and whatnot. So they're using these mediums to connect with people because that's how we do it now. It's like the dating apps.
Yep.
I'm not on any dating apps.
Me either.
No, fuck that shit. But I can see, like, I can kind of like agree with their validity is that a lot of people, they don't want to go out to meet people. So this is their way of meeting people.
Yeah.
What do you think about dating apps? No?
Not for me.
Not for you. Why not for you?
It's just the way that I connect with a person. Like I've never been one that had like a phase that I needed to kind of, I don't know, I've never really had that. I've always, I don't know, it's hard. I like, obviously there's like the attraction part, but I like to know the person inside. Like that's what I fall for. Yeah. Like the inside. And then like obviously there's the attraction part of that as well. That's like where the interest starts. But I don't know, you just it's
But what if you met somebody based on attraction online and then met with them and then had that connection? But if you had not been online or like those dating sites, you would never have met that person? That's
true. That's a good point.
You're leaving it to chance. And
that's a good point. But
like, I feel like
a
reason why they exist.
Yeah, it does work for people. But I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't really want to sift through
swiping.
I've got better things to do with my time.
You know what's funny?
The right person will come along and complement my life.
Yeah. That's the hardest part for creators is finding those people that complement your life, not somebody that's going to change it because that's just going to.
I don't want to change someone's life. I'll complement their life too.
Yeah, but by the same token, you don't really want to change yours because that's what works for you. You've already forged and worked out what works good. Adapt, yeah.
I would adapt.
Yeah.
But
subtle compromises here and there.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna like tilt the shift to the point where you are not that person anymore, then it's not really gonna work.
And also I don't know, another reason why I probably am not on dating apps and stuff is I don't actually know what I want. And that's the truth. I don't really know what I want. I'm happy the way I am.
Yeah. You seem like
I don't need to complicate it.
You're in a space of like creation and moving forward and building.
Yeah.
I think when you're in that phase, and I go through those phases, have been going through those phases throughout my whole entire life, you are taken away to another place that a lot of people don't really understand, that it's not the other woman, it's not the other man. It's that you've just got this innate desire to want to do better, to want to do more. And you just got to find the right person that can understand that and support it.
Correct.
And can kind of like really admire you for that, and even be inspired by that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, go, fuck, man, that's mad what you're doing. even if they're not doing it, sometimes it's good to be with somebody who isn't so driven, because I've found that two really driven people kind of cancel each other out, because it's like you never want to give up the time to be with each other. I find that a driven person and a really grounded, chilled person work really well. It's a nice balance. It's a nice yin and yang. You need to have that, because like the driven person can inspire the chilled person, and the chilled person can bring the driven person down
but the driven,
a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like
it's different for everybody.
It's interesting. Yeah, I feel like it's just
everybody.
different cases. Like,
yeah, totally.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm very different. I always see myself as just always being the odd one out.
Yeah, 100%.
But like,
I resonate.
Like if I was gonna, if I don't have any desire to be taken and wined and dined in a restaurant. Like, let's just get something heated up in the microwave and sit on the couch. And what are you doing at the moment? Like, you want to edit something? Fuck yeah, let's go edit something. Like, I'll help you edit it. What do you want me to do? You send your email, I'll edit something. I'll do that. Like, awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's just kind of like helping each other,
of course,
get to where they. I feel like that's also like that's where like two driven people could kind of work.
Yeah, as long as like they have an understanding that you're now a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I also feel like two driven people can sometimes compete with one another, and it can get unhealthy, especially if one is succeeding more than the other and the other's still putting the same amount of output. It can kind of work against. But yeah.
I can see that.
It really is a fine line. Like, and the thing is, you don't want to be with somebody who's not got any sort of ambition or drive or just anything. You know what I mean? That's hard too. And when I say chill, I don't necessarily mean chilled in the sense that they don't have any ambition for anything in life, but it's just their approach to it is different.
Yeah, I guess they come in
when you've got a real high energy person, it's good to have somebody who's more of a chilled energy, still driven, still really sure. I feel like it's an age thing as well too.
Yeah.
Life experience as well. You can kind of like really learn how to kind of tame that energy. Okay. So what you do requires a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Both on the streams and performing. And I can talk for days about how I manage my energy. I want to know how you manage, nurture, right? And protect your energy.
Oh.
Let's start with manage.
Managing my energy.
Yes.
Like, what do you mean? Just like making sure I have enough sleep and stuff like this?
Just your general energy for wanting to do certain things and wanting to let certain people in your life and give yourself that time for this.
Well, my life is very scheduled. Like, I like to schedule myself. I'm like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. Okay, I need to get this done by this day. Cool. What do I need done by this day? And I just get it done.
But you also will prepare yourself for those days, right? Like, for example, if you know that tomorrow you've got to get this done, you're not going to go out on a bender tonight.
But I don't go out on benders, full stop.
But you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, like managing your energy.
Oh, I just do what's got to get done. Whatever needs to be done. Like if I've got a gig early in the morning, I make sure I try and at least get to bed 8 hours because I know I need to sing. If I've got a lot of gigs on the weekend, I'll do shorter streams to manage that.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is energy management.
Yeah.
This is kind of like scheduling the time for you to have the rest that your body and your brain needs for you to do those certain activities. And like, how long did you stream today for?
7.5 hours.
7.5 hours. And can I be honest? It doesn't even feel like you did any of that right now. The energy that you're outputting right now.
Because I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. And I'm the same as well. Like before you came, I had a nap.
That sounds amazing.
I'm serious. I have to nap. I'm 51 this year, right?
I still can't believe that.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I got a nap. If I don't nap, I don't have this level of energy. And I always want to be, when I'm doing this, so immersed in the conversation, like nothing else matters in the world other than this conversation right now. So it's like out of respect to myself and my guest as well that I'm at that level. Because sometimes you're going to have people, and I would imagine too, like you at gigs, you're going to have people who need you to stoke their fire.
Yeah, that's very true.
So when you do gigs, for example, how do you approach gigs differently to how you would stream?
Like approach in what sense?
Well, because you're entertaining people, but one is you are seeing their faces. It's an immediate reaction. They're right there. The connective tissue is there.
Yeah.
The other is you just looking at a camera.
But it's not me just looking at a camera.
Ah, see, that's a good answer.
It's not me looking at a camera because these are people that, like, I feel like I've...
You don't see it just as this device.
No, I've gotten past that point. Like, so I actually got to meet a lot of my community, well, a chunk of my community last year at PAX, which is a convention down in Melbourne. And I did a community meetup and about 40 people showed up.
That's awesome.
And it did not feel like I didn't know any of them.
Yeah, man.
Like, it was just like putting a face to a username.
So you picture their faces while you're talking to the camera, so to speak.
Well, no, it's just it's kind of interesting. Like, so like I kind of describe it like this sometimes. So like they've got their username, right? And that's their name for me. Their name for me is that. They've got their chat color. So like if they change their chat color, I'm like, what's happened? You got a haircut. You got a hair color change. So it's like that kind of.
Are you conscious of all of that stuff while you're gaming?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I pick up on things like very
That's hectic.
I'm like, that's not right. That's not what I normally expect.
So you must have like some pretty astute peripherals. You have to, right?
I think it's just, I kept adding things and I just get used to it. Like I'm still like honing things. Like I'm multi-streaming at the moment and
What's multi-streaming?
So I'm on TikTok and Twitch simultaneously.
Oh, okay. Streaming on two
but
different platforms.
But the two chats are completely different. Wow. So it's like I haven't got a way to merge it at the moment. Because I like there is obviously an app that does it, but I like the app that manages my Twitch chat, but it only does Twitch chat.
Right.
So I put the chat on my teleprompter, so that's in front of my camera. So when I'm reading, it looks like I'm looking into the camera. So it's like I used to have my TikTok chat on the side, but then it's like I miss things.
Yeah.
So and that frustrates me. So I've like chucked them on the same thing, and I was trying that today. That was better.
How do you manage having so many people on your stream at any one time? Like, what's the most that you've had at any one time?
I think it was probably October. I had I think I got over 5,000 at one point.
Fuck.
But it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that because it's just like that's front page inflation.
Still, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's amazing.
In that moment with you.
But that's not 5,000 people actively chatting.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I have like quite a lot of just unique chatters and stuff like that. I could probably.
Do they chat amongst themselves?
Yeah, they all have different. Okay, they all kind of like connect and they ask questions of each other, and then like someone will come in and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're here!" Yeah, right. So like, and they have their nuances that they do every day. Like I've got one moderator that she's from Sweden, so when I start stream, she is definitely sleeping, but she's a teacher and she like wakes up, and then she wakes up and she's like, "Hi," and we're like, "Penny, we love you," and then like Penny comes in, and then after a while, she spends her morning with us, and then she's got to go to work, and then she goes, "Okay," and she does like the okay thing, and as soon as the okay happens, everyone in chat goes, "No, Penny, don't go." Like we know that she's typing like, "I got to go to work now." Yeah. But it's every time like she does it and everyone's like, "No, Penny, you must stay." Like,
man, you must be brightening so many people's lives.
They brighten mine.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
It's cool.
It's amazing how, like, when you think about, I mean, I from when I grew up, it was really just people in your immediate circles, okay? Whereas now you're connecting to people like in Sweden on a totally different time zone who look forward to your streams, who have probably made you family. Do you know what I mean? Like a part of their daily life.
I love them all. They're just great.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm actually going to meet a lot of them in October. When I go over.
You're heading over to Europe?
Not to Europe. I'm going to go to the States.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
Not LA. Are you going to LA?
I'm going to San Diego.
Okay. LA's crazy right now.
Yeah. I'm going to San Diego and then I'll go to Las Vegas and then I'll go to, where am I going to go? It's
Is this a holiday or are you going for a purpose?
TwitchCon.
Oh, of course.
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon.
But yeah, I'll go there. I can't remember what it's like the States.
Do they invite you to those things? Like you get invited to those things, or are you just going as a?
You can go. Like it's I'm going to buy a ticket. But like I did a stream with the CEO of Twitch last year after October, and he was like, "You should come. You should come to like the stream. Like it's 10 years. It's going to be huge." And I was like, "Yeah, I do want to come."
10 years of Twitch.
Yeah, it's the 10-year anniversry of TwitchCon, not of Twitch.
Oh, TwitchCon. Okay.
But yeah,
Con.
Convention.
Okay. Okay, TwitchCon.
Yeah, so it'll be really cool. I've been wanting to go for a very long time, but it just wasn't like financially like responsible.
Yeah, for sure.
It just wasn't the right time, but I want to go, and I've been wanting to go, and now I'm going to go.
That's exciting.
It's
and
very
you get
exciting.
to meet your US fam as well too.
Yeah, I'm going to
cool.
organize like a meetup and stuff, and
sick.
it'll be great.
Yeah. And do you hang out with other Twitch streamers?
We do like Twitch will organize like community events and partner.
No, but what about
events and
you?
stuff.
Do you organize events with them?
No, I am a lone wolf. Not that I don't like people. I just like I love people. That's why I'm on Twitch. But I'm so busy.
Yeah.
Like if I can hang out with people, yes, I will. Like, and sometimes my hangout will be, hey, you want to come do a stream with me? Like we'll stream together and then we'll hang out after.
Yeah.
Or like I'll be like, hey, I want to do a new cosplay. Like you also cosplay. Like let's go and take photos of each other in like a scene.
Sure.
You know, and we like dress up and we do that, and like that's like a hang, and it's productive hangs.
It's a productive hang. And it's nice to have peeps in your life who understand what you're doing because they're doing the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Because it can be quite isolating when you're doing this, right? I noticed like from what I'm doing right now, like I will do an edit and go, oh my God, this is sick.
You have no one to show.
Fuck. And no one gets it. You know, I can send it to people. I've got like a small group of people who I'll send things to just to get technical feedback, not so much creative feedback, because they know that, you know, or if I've done something that is just totally whack, they'll say it. They're not yes people at all.
That's good.
Yeah, you need that feedback in life. But yeah, it's so isolating. Like you just like, damn. And you have to force yourself to be social. You have to, like, just to keep that muscle going. You know what I mean?
Streaming.
Well, I'm going to do that with vlogging. For me, vlogging is going to flex that muscle and just keep that active.
Are you going to create like a Discord or something like this for your like YouTube subscribers?
This is stuff that I talk with my friends as well about how much I want to give into this. How much
do you want to make yourself accessible, essentially?
Yeah, but and I also want to create a balance as well too. You know, like not give. Like I like having my days where I do nothing. Like absolutely nothing, just total veg out, just to allow my body to reset.
I think YouTube allows to have like, you can do like community posts and people can comment and stuff.
Yeah. And that
might be a nice middle ground.
It's an underused tool on YouTube and it's like hugely popular. So that's something that I would be interested in. I just don't want to be sitting on line all the time. I like to get away from it.
That's fair.
Like I've actually dialed back so much of my online activity. Like I hardly post on Instagram or any of that sort of stuff. So, and it's been great. Like, fuck, I get hours back in my day. What that I put back into this.
No, it's good.
But I do find days, and I have been told by therapists many times that I've got to set aside days. Therapy's great, man. Like you shouldn't wait till you're crazy to go to therapy. Do you know what I mean? Like
you get
just
the tools.
Do it. Yeah, just do it as a spring clean. You know what I mean? Like you go to the gym and train. Want to go to the therapy and get the brain kind of like back on track, so to speak.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been told countless times to just chill the fuck out. I have, yeah.
My professional opinion.
Yeah. Well, you got to. I mean, when you're a high energy person, highly functioning person, it's important for your brain to get those moments to collate the information and get rid of the shit that it doesn't need and keep the good stuff, so to speak. That's why sleep is super important. Sleep is like my number one priority over food, over anything. Yeah, sleep is good because it just gets you back. Don't get me started. We could talk a whole podcast on sleep. But
everyone get their sleeping bag.
Yeah. So you are now DJing.
Yes.
So you've gone from singing. So can I never asked you how you got into singing in the first place. When you were doing like game development, you were studying, wanting to do that, where did you find your voice?
I've always sung and I've always danced. So when I was 2 years old, I was put into a mommy and me class.
Okay, of course.
And I didn't look back.
Okay.
And I did that for
What kind of dance?
everything. Ballet, jazz, tap, musical theatre, acro, everything, hip hop, all of them. And so I was at that dance school my whole life. I trained for ages. You probably know people that I went to dancing with. Like, do you know like Cookie and stuff like that? Yeah.
One of my best mates is Stephen Tanos.
Yeah, he was choreographing.
Yeah.
For some
I used
of our
to be
stuff.
a dance teacher,
Yeah.
funnily enough.
Amazing.
Yeah. for
See,
years.
so I was up
loved
in
it.
Queensland doing
Okay.
that, and I was singing at the same time. I was put into singing lessons. I was just doing all that kind of stuff. And I was doing like singing competitions, and just went to the Young Con when I was 12. I did like the Young Con program, and did like musical theatre there, and then I've just always done it.
And so when you've been through that experience, what kind of like leads you into wanting to do game development?
I always loved games.
Were you playing games while you were dancing as well? Yeah, all right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, what made you kind of like focus on games as opposed to pursuing a career in music or theatre?
I was doing that. I was doing them simultaneousally.
Right.
Because I was doing full-time dancing, full-time uni, full-time work. I was doing all three.
Fuck.
So, and because over in there, I was getting myself audition ready, and I was going to auditions and all that kind of stuff. And then that's what happened. I got my job, my first contract, and went to Hong Kong, and that's why that stopped.
Wow.
So I was just doing them all because I was good at school, and I was like, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, this interests me. And so I did like the gaming thing. So.
And how did you manage that? Okay. If there's somebody watching, I know it's easy to say for someone like you, just get it done because you're just a highly functioning human being.
You do things you like.
Right. And so for people out there, and I love to use these conversations as kind of like a educational tool as well too, just to share knowledge, especially from people like yourself. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of young women watching this going, how do I be like Teegs?
Be yourself. Don't be like me.
Okay, so and again, it's very easy to say be yourself because a lot of these people, they don't really even know who they are.
Well, that's the first problem.
So okay, how would you explain to somebody who hasn't got a good true sense of self? How would you explain to them how to find that? And while you do that, I am going to boil some more water.
Yay!
For some more tea. Because we do whatever the fuck we want here.
Yes, please.
So you can talk.
All right.
That's your camera there if you want to talk. Break the fourth wall, baby.
I need to think about how I'm going to even frame that.
What would be the first step?
You literally ask me what the meaning of life is. Like, like I don't know. Like, how do you find, like, what makes you happy? I feel like life is too short, and I feel like people just need to experience life. You need to make your mistakes, and you need to, I don't know. It's such a hard question because I'm not the same person I was before I had some major life experiences. And if you had told me what I know now, I would have been so stubborn and I wouldn't have listened to you. So life, like, I don't know, just, it's hard. It's like you got to experience it. It's like you got to know what you like. I don't know. It's so hard. You're asking me such a difficult question. It's like, sorry about all these random ass.
No. Look, they're not questions that I don't think you could answer. It's
I don't
maybe
think
you're not asked.
It's such a broad question. It's like, where do you start? But it's like,
it
depends on the purpose.
Where did you start?
I've always done what I like. And if I don't like something, I don't do it.
Okay.
And if I like something and I'm good at something and it interests me, I chase it. And I
do you do things that you're not good at so that you can get better at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the one thing that when you first started, you sucked at, but you kept going and now you are amazing at it?
Cooking.
What's your favorite meal? Go-to meal?
I'm actually not. I'm one of these people. I don't cook for myself.
Oh, okay.
I love cooking for others.
Okay, yeah, same. So what would you cook? If I was going to come over, I go, Teegs.
Well, it depends what you like.
Whip up a meal. What
would
would be
you
your
like?
go-to meal?
I'm good at doing like a nice beef stir fry. I'm good at doing like a butter chicken.
Okay.
a butter chicken and like a lamb rogan josh. I can do all that.
Okay, I'm a bit funny about, sorry if this sounds a bit weird, white people doing Indian food.
Really?
Yes, because it's like you got to know the spices.
Well, that's
Where are you getting the spices from? The spice shop?
I'm going wherever I can get it. Like there's always the
I
spices.
say this because I can't cook curries.
No, I go. So there's a lot of it was in Woolies, but some of them are really hard to source. So you kind of got to go to like the off stores.
Yeah.
But you got to get the actual ingredients. But I only started to learn how to do like a butter chicken and like the lamb rogan josh after learning to understand. So like my ex was Italian and his mum's an amazing cook. And you learn that a lot of like pastas and sauces and stuff like that, they've all got the same base. And then you kind of go from that. Well, it's tomato, celery, and like onions, and you actually boil it until there's no tomato and like there's no carrot and there's no like onion in it anymore. And then from there you like boil the meat and the meat actually becomes into the sugo essentially. So curries are very similar like that as well, but they just have different base. And
Do you cook on your stream?
I have cooked on my stream before.
What did you cook?
Well, random things like my one of my mods from the Netherlands sent me over these like specific cookies. And so I made them at like Christmas time because they were like a Christmas cookie. Someone from New Orleans sent me over these beignets. So I cooked them. It's like a little donut-y thing. Okay. And so I did that as well. And yeah. But I don't
Crazy
like
that you can do anything on these streams, right? And
I don't feel like I like the cooking as much.
Okay.
Like I do like it.
You mean cooking on the streams or
cooking on the
general?
streams because it takes away. I don't like anything that takes away from my being able to interact with the community. And if I have
talk to them while you're cooking,
I know, but it splits my focus. It's like why I don't play first-person shooters. Like I don't do like online games that I can't pause because if there's a big group of people that come in, I can't welcome them because I'm focused on the game. And if I have to pause the game, which I can't pause the game, so I have to make the decision of talking to people or losing my game, and I'm highly competitive. So this is not going to work out. So it just, it changes. I am so happy. I love tea so much.
Hey, this tea is really good.
It's so good.
It's nice. And it's Indian.
And
now you're an Indian chef.
I am. No, I like that. I love like cooking Thai as well.
Do you like barbecues?
Yes.
They're the best.
I love dumplings.
Dumplings. I bought an air fryer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then for dumplings because they make. Do you have an air fryer?
I do.
They're the best for dumplings.
Dumplings are so good.
Yeah. Do you go to
Kimchi
Yumcha?
dumplings.
You ever been to Yumcha?
No, I don't
What?
think so. Have you been to Drunk Dumpling?
Yes.
Drunk Dumpling is so good.
Yumcha is basically they push carts around to your table with all assortments of dumplings. And
I've got to get that.
It's the best. You do it on like a Sunday for lunch. It's incredible.
I'll inhale it like Kirby.
Okay, so we're talking about your DJing.
Oh yes.
We touched on it and then we went tangent and now I'm trying to pull it back. So, singer, dancer, now DJ.
Yep.
Triple threat. Actually quadruple threat because you're a streamer.
Thank you.
What has brought you to DJing?
Well, I've always liked DJing. I remember when, I don't even know how old I was. Maybe I was like around my 16, like around that time. And I went to a party and they had like the DJ decks there and I was like mesmerized by these decks. And I've always kind of liked it, but I never really had the means to kind of work that muscle. And so time goes on and now I'm singing and I'm performing in like Sydney and stuff. And obviously we're all doing covers. Like a lot of the work is covers. That's what they want. But I'm always trying to just put my stamp on things. Anytime I do something, even if it's been done before, I want to do it my way. Like there has to be some sort of element that it's me. So when I'm like, the approach that I have on gigs is I like to make things not how they are, but I want to get to a point where it's a balance of it's accessible, people recognize it, but it's different.
Okay.
So that's like for the people and then that's for me.
Sure.
So I like mashing things up and I like doing different types of like I like crossing genres. So like, for example, like Don't Mess With My Man, Lucy Pearl, like that's a sick song. But it's like R&B. It's very like, you know, it's got like that mad bass line. And then you've got Major Lazer Lean On, which is like this housing.
Cool. Yeah.
Both of those songs actually work over each other.
Yeah. Sick.
And you don't have to like speed up one of them. They actually both work really, really, really well.
Rhythmically and melodically.
Correct. Yeah. And that satisfies. That's very that's like scratching my brain. And like one thing I've actually started like, the cool thing is the more musos you play with, people play things differently. Then you hear different notes and you think of different songs.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Like, so one thing I recently started doing, and I was like, this is a very strange mash of songs. And I was like, I'm just going to do it. Screw it. So Sexual Healing, but in like a house kind of like a bit more like up. So like Sexual Healing in house. And that's how I used to do that. And then put Teenage Dirtbag over the top of it.
Okay.
So you got that dun, 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 her name is Noel. And it goes all the way through it. And you will not believe the amount of people that walk up and go, I loved what you did with Sexual Healing. Like I loved like that you were singing that. And then you go into Teenage Dirtbag and they're like, oh my God, that was sick. Like I did not expect that. But they liked it because it was accessible enough that you had both the songs. And
they didn't expect it too. So it's like, oh. Bang.
And I like that too. And I'm like, so I enjoyed that element and I like doing that. And I guess there's also like from just wanting to kind of grow my brand and my band. I'm a very independent person. I don't like to rely on other people. Like I like to just do it myself. Yes. And
which is great. That's a fucking great thing.
Yeah. I manage the band, all that kind of stuff. I do my own So Fresh Live.
So Fresh Live.
Like the So Fresh CDs.
That's it. I remember those.
Yeah. Well, that's we were trying to think of a name.
Yeah,
and then we were just like, I think my partner at the time was like, said something along the lines of like, oh, we just sound like one of those So Fresh CDs. And I was like, well, that's exactly what we are, the top hits.
Oh my God.
We're literally doing the covers of the top hits of each season from like the 80s all the way through, you know, and that's what we are, So Fresh Live.
Boom.
Boom. I'm like, perfect.
Okay.
That's our name. Done. But yeah, so I forgot where my tangent was at that point.
You were we started with the DJing. And then we were talking about remixing and putting things together. Then we talked about, I asked you the name of the band.
Yes. So we have
So this is Naps.
We got this.
If I didn't have the nap, I'd forget everything.
But yeah, so I wanted to grow the band and like the brand, and also part of like what we do corporate and functions and stuff like this. And you want a corporate package, and the more you can kind of keep in-house, the more like palatable you can be to a client, whilst also giving your band as much. You can absorb a lot of the costs and stuff because you're not subcontracting. Right. And I was like, okay, well, I do my own PA. I've got my band. Like the only thing I don't do.
Can we just stop there? You do your own PA? All right. For people out there who don't understand or know what a PA is, all right, PA is the big speakers that you see either side of a band. Right? And all of the other speakers on the stage and all of the microphones and all that sort of stuff that kind of like allow you to hear what's going on stage out the front, as you know. You carry and lift and connect all that stuff up. That's like mainly somebody else's job, like a sound engineer or a sound operator who specializes in that thing. It's never really the person in the band doing it as well.
I like my sound how I like my sound.
Jesus Christ.
I got my...
It's a lot of work.
No, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle.
And plus, you know what you're getting, right?
Yeah, and it's quality.
You get to curate that. Because also, too, when you have no control over, can you remind me? I've got to take a Polaroid of you as well, too.
Oh, yes.
You go up on my fridge.
So
when you don't have that control over the sound that people are hearing, because on stage you can control that, right? And you can have it sound great, but that sound person can do whatever they want with your sound out the front, and you know, kind of at the mercy of them. So I guess,
but in the music industry, what a lot of people don't understand. Well, I don't know if they don't understand it. I just don't think it means enough to them. But I don't know what it is actually. I can't speak for them. Thank you. Your sound is your product. So why are you not investing in your sound? Because that's what you're booked on. You're booked on how you sound.
100%.
So I want to make sure that is as much of a controlled environment. There's not as many unexpected, like things.
Are you a control freak?
I can be. I'm happy to let go of control when someone's got it.
Right.
If
what
I
are the
can trust them.
prerequisites of you allowing yourself to let go of control?
Well, it depends on what it is.
Okay.
Depends on what it is. Like if it's something it depends on, I guess it's if it's related to me, I want to do it for myself. But I don't know, if you said hey, I want to cook dinner for you, I'm like, cool, I'll let you do that. Do your thing.
But you don't know if I can cook.
I don't care. You can believe you can cook. Okay. And if not, I can go get Maccas on the way home.
I live right next door to Maccas.
Yeah, I can go get it.
That's so dangerous.
I know. I saw that, and I saw the KFC too, and I was like, hello.
I know. Choices.
But yeah, so
Welcome
I don't know.
to
I guess it's how much is that going to affect me if something goes wrong?
Well, could you leave sound to another person?
Yeah, I could. But then that obviously means that I can't, then I've got to pay them a certain amount.
Right.
And then my band might not get as much because in this day and age, in this economy, people aren't wanting to spend as much. But the people I work with, I want to give them as much as I possibly can.
Sure.
So if I own the stuff, I can take the hit for the sake of getting the gig.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take the hit to the point where it's free, but it's palatable. I've seen, I was asking to get quoted for I was asked to quote for a gig, a corporate, and they were like, oh yeah, this AV team's sent me this quote, da 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 da, and it was literally for an acoustic duo and a DJ. I think they quoted $8,000 for the AV, and I was like, are you kidding me? You haven't even got subs. There's no subs in this quote. You've quoted two operators at 8 hours to set up and back down. So that's 16 hours of setting up and packing down, 4 speakers. I'm like, that's so exorbitant, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like I can kind of absorb that as well. So make that. And that's part of why I was also DJing is a good thing, because that's the next thing that I'd have to subcontract, because I can't DJ. So then I was like, but I want to.
Yet.
Exactly. So I started to learn and started to teach myself, and then I saw the Your Shot competition and I was like, why not?
Something to work towards.
Well, why not? Yeah. Because the thing is, it's amateur DJ. If you don't know how to DJ, you enter, and if you get accepted, they give you 6 weeks of training. And then if you win the performance, then you get to perform at a festival.
But it's not about that.
6 weeks training for free. Yeah. Excuse me.
On a controller that's already there, you just drop your USB key in and boom.
Exactly. Yeah. Full training, full networking.
Yeah.
That's a win. I've already won.
Yeah.
I don't even care what the results of the thing is. I've won. Because I've learned a new skill. And so now I can apply that to my band. Beautiful. It's also variety as well, because I use my voice a lot when I stream, when I sing.
Gets arrested.
So being able to do AV work and being able to do DJ work makes me be able to earn more.
Yeah, it makes you a complete product.
Yeah.
When it comes to entertainment. And a lot of these companies, they're looking for that, because it's you could say to them, oh, we're looking for a DJ. Oh, I DJ. Oh, okay. And we want to add a duo. Oh, I
can do that.
And yeah, but there's this band. I have a band.
Yes, hello, one-stop shop.
Yeah, exactly. But we're also looking for a Harlequin kind of vibe. I'm Harlequin.
Hi.
Why Harlequin?
You know what? I was in Hong Kong, and so they go hard in Halloween. They go hard. And so everyone—
You've got a dark side.
I love Hong Kong so much. Yes. I used to call it Home Kong. It's my favorite place.
Do you speak?
Do I speak? No, I know parts. I know little things that get me around, Chikoy is straight. I know my employee number, Yatling Yatum Galbacha, 101958.
God damn.
But that's it. But I know little things that help me get around, why is hello, and you hear we had to lip sync in Cantonese.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, so it's fei hey. It's come on.
They say that that's it's a dying language apparently. Yeah,
it's so hard.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't speaking it.
But also, it's really hard in Hong Kong because it's such a westernized Asian culture.
It's like Singapore.
So Yeah, and it's hard to learn a language when you can't differentiate what language you're hearing because you've got people speaking in English, you've got people speaking in Mandarin, you've got people speaking in Cantonese, and they're very, very similar. One's got 9 inflections, one's got 7, I think.
Jeez.
And then you've got people speaking in Tagalog. That one's a bit more different. Like you can, yeah. So you can differentiate that from the like that. And then you've got people who speak Taiwanese, and there's just so many different languages you hear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, how can you kind of, I picked up a lot of like Tagalog because it was so different and I knew that that was Tagalog. And so I could like apply it to the context. Whereas you hear lots of different like, you're like, is that Cantonese or Mandarin? And a lot of like Cantonese is just like for the reading and writing. Like, because my housemate at the time, he's like from Hong Kong, and he literally has to sit there and just write out the characters because you just have to memorize. There's no sense to it. You just got to memorize it. You like see this and you're like cat. There's no like figuring out.
That's a lucky cat, by the way.
Very lucky.
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Would you tell me the story of the lucky cat?
I tell you the story of the company. It's Beams. They're a Japanese clothing brand, and they make all of these things. And they also make the damas.
Yeah.
So the damas, basically, see the eyes are blank, and they're a symbol of good luck and warding off evil spirits. And what you do is you make a wish and you draw on I think it's the right eye. No, yeah, you draw on the right eye. And then if the wish comes true, you draw the left eye.
Oh,
cool, huh?
I like that.
Yeah. So if there's a drawing on the right eye, it means you've made a wish, and if the other eye is still blank, it means it hasn't come true yet.
Oh,
crazy, right? And they come in like a family.
Yeah,
That's a family.
Do you have to do it in a certain order? Do you have to like start with the child or start with like the eldest or?
Oh, fuck, that's above my pay grade.
I'm sorry, I'm asking the questions.
I'll research that.
No, but I like that.
But that's, also these little trinkets. I love Japan. I love so many traditions of Japan, hence the bonsai. So the bonsai, when I bought this bonsai, I didn't realize who I'm buying it off, just was so immersed in like nurturing these things. He talked about how it's got to be displayed this way. See how the trunk is open like that? Yeah, that denotes welcoming people into your home. This is actually like a very popular home welcoming ornament.
Love trees.
Yeah, and it's basically movement. So you see the trunk is not straight. It's like bent and contorted because it's meant to look like it's dancing. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
And this is actually a lot of upkeep. This is like having a dog or a child. I'm serious. You've got to like water it at certain times. It's got to this lives outside. It very rarely stays in here and only comes in here for this. This is like a nice centerpiece.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, it's beautiful. And there's so many of them. They go to crazy sizes and they're so expensive. But to upkeep and like to really nurture something like that, yeah, you've really got to
That's nice.
Put a lot into it. But it's beautiful.
I love it.
It's beautiful. I like the sentiment attached to it as well. And yeah, so I thought it'd be a nice little centerpiece for this show, I guess.
I like it. Because I've had so much tea, would I be able to go to the bathroom?
Go for the bathroom. Okay, go.
I'm so sorry.
This is going to be my first edit. So I don't edit these.
Yeah.
Like, I don't edit in the sense that I don't cut things out, if you know what I mean.
Tell a story. All right, I'm going to pick something. You tell a story.
They hear enough of me. I can just like go, and then when you come back.
I'm sorry. I'm going to do a pee right back.
No, do it. That's a human thing to do. Going to edit.
Where is the bathroom?
Right there.
Beautiful. Pee right back.
Enjoy.
Sorry.
No, don't be. I did a podcast with a friend of mine. She came over and she wanted to chat about some problems that she's having with her friends and stuff like that. And we just had a wine and we were just chilling. And I'm like, do you want to do a podcast? She's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I've got everything set up. Like, I'd love to test it out. Anyway, we sat down and we talked for 3 hours. We talked some pretty like intense, controversial shit, right?
Wow.
I forgot to press record.
No!
Oh my God, dude, you could not. Like, okay, so I forgot to press record on the Rodecaster, but the camera's picked up the conversation. But it's got all the noise in the room. It sounded really shit.
Yeah.
So I had a friend of mine, shout out to Dave Molland, he helped me with restoring the audio. So I managed to get it to a pretty listenable condition to put that podcast out because the conversation was so good. We actually went and had some dinner and we came back and I said, can we try it again? So we sat down, we tried it again, but much like you guys are very similar. She's super authentic. You can't really repeat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't like feel authentic. And I was like, let's just ditch it. Yeah. And we ditched it. And then I was able to put up the episode that we did the 3 hours.
Good.
It doesn't sound as perfect as I want it to sound.
But it's raw.
It's raw. And I've done that a few times in these podcasts where things have gone wrong or I've done something stupid. I forgot to turn this and that on. But I just leave it. I'd leave it. I'm even putting up my first test video on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
Like the very first test video no one ever was meant to watch. Put it up.
Why not?
I want them to see. I want them to see that even though this looks incredible, sounds incredible, there's moments where it doesn't. And it's okay.
Well, it's the journey there.
Exactly. That's it. And it is about the journey, right? Like
100%.
So speaking of which,
tangent. Look at you, conductor.
I love it. This journey has taken you from early childhood upbringing, being a singer and a dancer, professionally, and then gravitating into university to do this degree in gaming design and still, professionally singing and dancing. Now you're becoming a DJ, incorporating that into this brand that you're building, which sounds pretty epic, right? And it sounds like it covers everything. So what's next?
Oh gosh, what's next?
Because I'm sure you're not just stopping at DJing. I'm sure you've got other plans that you want to incorporate, or does it stop there? Or
no, it never stops.
Okay,
but I think I'm still. Thank you. I don't know. I feel like there will be something else. There will always be something else. I'm not sure what that is yet. There's a few like things going around in my life that's like would affect it. Like I've just become an auntie.
Oh, okay.
So like that's a new thing to think about,
A brother or a sister?
My sister.
Okay, man.
So she had 2 boys.
Wow, 2.
Yeah. So she's got one that's 1.5 and one that's just been born in April.
Okay, so she didn't have twins. She had,
no.
So
so I've just recently I've become an auntie in the past 2 years, and that's just like
loving it.
Yeah, but it sounds so cliche, but you'd never know what like unconditional love is until like just the love I have for those kids. It's something else. Like they give me reason to live. Like they give me purpose. I love them so much.
Yeah, I have a daughter and my life changed when I had her.
Literally.
Literally. My life trajectory could have gone down a really bad path.
Yeah.
But she just like slapped it back into me. And
it's just they give you purpose. And it's just like this human you just got to protect. And it's just like, I just want to be there for him.
Yeah.
I want to be there for both of them. Like they're just, I don't know.
Well, and these are the formative years for them to connect with you. You know what I mean? Like to really have that relationship, a really strong bond with them while they're young.
Well, he like the one that's like, obviously one's just like, and I had moments when I went up after he was born and we were just like lying on the couch falling asleep together. And like, there's like a funny photo when my first nephew was born, we went to Fraser Island, like pretty much straight after he was born. He was born in November. We went in January.
Wow.
So then like he was so small. And I remember like lying in the chair and I've just got him in my arms and we're both just sleeping. It's just like, he's just, and like he sees me now and he knows like I spent like some time with him because when I go up to Queensland, I just like stay with my sister.
Yeah.
And like he got used to like, where is Auntie? Like, he found me. And then when like, it was like heartbreaking because I called and then he heard my voice. And so he starts running around the house trying to find me. And I'm like, oh, I love you so much. Like, it's just, So I don't know. There's like that kind of stuff. I feel like I'm at a point, like I've definitely, like DJing is definitely something that's like really, really like I'm really wanting to kind of pursue. I'm obviously wanting to continue to build my streaming as I keep going. But I'm not sure at the moment where I want to go. I know I'm going to go somewhere, but I'm not sure where I'm going to go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with not knowing.
Yeah, that's exciting.
And I've accepted that I don't know right now. It's a bit question mark. But if I just keep doing things that make me happy, I'll be led in the right direction.
100%.
So I don't have like a great answer to like the journey, but I feel like you need to take time to just
Well,
even plateau, just kind of assess where you're at.
Yeah. Plateau's an interesting word. I think we put a negative spin on it. Sometimes plateauing is that point. Have you heard of Seth Godin? He's like a marketing genius, and he talks about the dip. And that's that period where nothing happens and you got to work really hard and you learn shit, you fail. But that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the journey. And sometimes not knowing where the journey is going to take you is really exciting.
That's very true. And I don't know why this has come to me, and I'm just going to say it. But if you think about plateau, like a plateau is kind of like what the ground, like what a horizon would be. You're kind of grounding yourself during that time as well. So 100%. Maybe that's where plateau comes from.
Maybe. And it's good. I think people don't realize that being still is a great book that I read.
It's so hard to be still.
The Key by Ryan Holiday. Being still in life and just allowing your body and your mind that time to just reset. It's like sleeping and how incredibly powerful that is to, repair the body and collate the day's events and keep the good stuff and get rid of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
We discount how important that is for us, especially highly functioning humans like us. It's so important. I think
100%.
For me, it's come with age. It's come with age because I just can't go at the pace that I used to when I was younger. It's still high energy output, but like naps are super important to me right now. Yeah. If I didn't have that nap, man, I would be really shit conversation right now. I'll be honest with you. It'd be really shit conversation. And I don't want to be that in this environment. So yeah, doing things like that. But with your journey, I mean, it sounds like you've been on a mad journey. You've had some great life experiences. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you knew you were going to die tomorrow, would you die happy?
I think I would.
Yeah?
I would. Yeah. Dying is a weird thing to think about. I'm kind of okay with dying. I don't know, that sounds really morbid. But
You've opened up the floodgates if you want to talk about death.
Yeah. We can if you want.
Me and death, we're like good friends.
Yeah. And I know that sounds really like I don't know. A lot of people think like when you speak about death, you're like, oh no, you're suicidal, you're depressed, like all this kind of stuff. But it's just like, I've accepted it. It's going to happen. And I've unfortunately had a lot, like my life has highlighted to me that life is very, very, like you can die tomorrow. So it's very much probably why I'm partially the way that I am. So yeah, I'm okay if I die tomorrow because I'm doing things that I like. I probably actually would be better if I died younger, because then I just keep going.
Yeah.
Like where's my end? I don't see my end. I just keep going. So I'm just going to go at one point, and that's cool. As long as I'm doing stuff I like.
100%. It's sad when we age, and you can see it with the elderly how they've probably lived this fascinating life, and they've gotten to this point where the next 5 years are going to be misery. And that's the lasting memories you have of life. And for most of them, they lose their memory, and that's how their
horrible
existence on this planet ends. So it's funny that you say like dying young is better. But yeah, death is
not that you're going to actively seek it out.
I know. I call my motorcycle the coffin. Well, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out on that.
Yeah, man.
That's going to be bad fun. But it's interesting how you approach life with a acceptance of death. That's really important because it's true. You can be gone like that. You could be the most successful human on the planet doing all the greatest things, but when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
And if you haven't accepted that it's your time and done all the things that you really want to do in life, you're going to die miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why I asked that question. And you know what's crazy? The amount of people that say that they would be devastated and they would regret they haven't done all this. It's pretty crazy, the amount of people that say that. Very rarely do I meet people that would say, oh, I'm happy to die tomorrow.
But I think it's also, I feel like if you asked me that question a few years ago, I wouldn't have given you that answer. Because like, as you know, my dad tragically passed.
Yeah.
And that
Sorry
was,
to hear.
no, it's okay. But like.
Are you guys close?
Yeah. He's my everything.
Fuck.
Yeah. But that highlighted everything. Life's too short.
Yeah.
Too short. Fuck. Yeah. It's literally too short. You can't not do things that you like.
Yeah.
Like it was highlighting like you go through all like the regrets and all the things you didn't do and all the things you won't get to do. And you just realize what the hell, you know? Yeah, like I sat there and I go, cool, I didn't go on the last family holiday because I was working New Year's because that's my highest paying day. I shouldn't have not gone. I can do many New Year's, but I can't have that time back. Yeah. So it makes you kind of assess. It's like work isn't everything. We shouldn't just be like, we should be living, you know? And yeah, so that kind of just prioritizes things for you. So that's why I'm very much so if something's not serving me, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Why would I do something? Because yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess that's part of it, which is probably why I'm the way that I am.
Yeah. Sounds like he's left a pretty incredible legacy with you behind.
Yeah. He's incredible.
Yeah. I think
but also he probably I've come to like accept his death and I don't understand it still, but also just the fact that it's probably the best outcome for him.
Yeah.
Because he's very selfless and he gave his whole life for us. And he wouldn't stop. And I think that's where I get it from too. He doesn't stop. He needed like a double knee reconstruction, but he was sitting there and he's very much, I'll do it myself. He was lifting like glass fences and installing them by himself. He's meant to have two people helping him, but he's doing it by himself, using clamps, lifting. Like he just gets it done. You just get it done. That's it. Like, and he would always be doing that. And it just was kind of all perfect in the way he finished the renovation. He was renovating our house, our family home. He finished the last renovation. He went out west and he was like restoring, he was helping out the person that like he likes to go out on like the property with. And he was restoring the stuff because he had the skill. So he's like, I have that skill, I can help. So he was doing it. Laid the last slab of concrete, goes out, doesn't come back. Done.
Wow.
And it's like, finished the renovations.
Yeah.
Finished what he was doing. And then it was like, boom, gone. But I just don't think he would have ever stopped. I feel like he always would have found something else to do.
Sure.
So I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't think he would have enjoyed getting old in that sense. Like I would have loved having him around, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would have loved being around. But I don't think his mind could have taken him getting old and not being capable because he's such a capable man.
Yeah.
So I feel like him losing that independence, that would have killed him more. So I feel like if he was going to go out anyway, this was the best way. Bit early. All right, Dad, come back.
How old was he?
He was 1 month out from being 60.
Oh, wow. It's pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was, yeah. But I feel like it was the best outcome for him because I feel like I don't know if he could have taken being old.
Yeah.
Having that like lack of control and yeah.
That would be really hard.
I feel like
your body fail you while your mind is still cognitive.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry for taking it down this road.
No, not at all. No, this is the beauty of this space and what we're doing here because it's real conversations.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I meant by like when people you don't know don't know who you are. It's like a lot of these experiences kind of shape you.
Yeah.
And you've just got to experience it because if you had told me like I was very much just very stubborn and trying to stick it like I'm a very stubborn person when I want to dig my heels in. And like that weekend that I was like the last time I saw my dad, I was like trying to make a point because I was pretty much like my sister, like my youngest sister, I felt like they were enabling some of her behavior. And I was just like, you're babying her. You're not allowing her to grow into an adult. And I'm like, my mom, my dad, you're both doing this. And so I was trying to step in and be the parent in that sense. And I could have just enjoyed that last moment with him, but I had to like say something because I had to say something, you know? And it's like, looking back, it's not really like, that wasn't important, you know? Like I shouldn't have been so stubborn. I didn't stay with I could have gone up and stayed with him that whole time, but I chose not to. And I stayed with my sister because my sister was at the Gold Coast and he was in Brisbane. And every time I go up, I'd stay in Brisbane. My sister would have to come down. And then like my dad always just liked being at home by himself. And I was like, well, you know what? Screw it. I'm coming up for my sister's birthday. You can come up to the Gold Coast to see me. And he didn't because he stays at home. So then I saw him on one night for dinner. I could have seen him the whole week.
It's really hard when it comes to thinking about those moments that you regret not doing and could I have done it differently? But I think accepting the fact that that's how it played out.
That's how it played out.
Is really important. And also accepting the fact that you could have done that and the same outcome
Correct.
would have happened and the same feeling that you have right now would still be there. It doesn't really change, but you had a connection with your dad. That's undeniable. No matter what time you did or didn't spend with him, it's the connection that's the most important thing, right?
Yeah.
And he would have passed knowing that he had that connection. He'd also passed knowing of how proud he would have been of the woman that you've become. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a father.
Yeah.
There's no greater feeling than that. Than knowing that my daughter is good and she's killing it in life. I'm cool. I can go. She doesn't need me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is sad that death is inevitable, and it's going to happen when we least expect it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if anything, this has like been an experience for you to realize that time is that short and it can go and you can love on the people that are here.
Yeah.
And that's the legacy that, you know, your dad leaves behind. So he's never died. He'll never die. Do you know what I mean? He'll live on.
Yeah.
And then when you have kids, he'll live on with them as well too. It's who you have become is like that end result of all of his life's work.
Exactly.
You're his greatest work, not these buildings that he made. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
This is why I found it very hard when you're like, how do you be yourself? How do you find yourself? It's like.
Well, now I know what drives you. When I asked that question before, it wasn't really a definitive answer until now. Now I know what drives you.
What drives me?
Your relationship with your dad.
I guess so.
Yeah. And like, you just want to make him proud. Even though he's not here, you still want to make him proud. He's still there.
That's fair. It's a fair assessment.
That's
Thanks, Doc.
Awesome. They don't call me Dr. Dre for nothing. No, but that's beautiful too. And that's a real nice testament to your character as well too. Like, I can see why people connect with you on that level.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I've like tanked the mood. I'm sorry.
No, not at all. No, like I love talking about these things. I mean, these are the things that, you know, people are too scared to delve deep into, but are dealing with it themselves. You know, I had a friend of mine who just came from Sweden. He's also dealing with a lot of grief, and we wanted to do an episode, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what we talk about." We talk about grief. Like, it's really important. Like, for myself personally, and I haven't really talked about this on the podcast yet, and I will divulge that. In the last, I want to say 5 years, I've lost so many people who I loved dearly, who are in photographs all around my house as homage to him, including my dad.
I'm sorry.
But I had a different relationship to my father than you did. So that's, again, probably I don't want to touch that right now. But
yeah.
Yeah, so grief for me is such I want to say a constant in my life. And that's not just death, it's also relationships. You know, we're in a constant state of grief, and I don't think we ever get over it. We just learn how to manage it better.
Have you ever heard of the ball in a ball in the box?
A ball in the box? No.
The ball in the box. Okay, so I feel like, have you got paper or pen? No.
I can get you a paper and a pen.
Paper and a pen.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be worth it, don't worry. But this is a good way I've found of like describing grief. Just a blank page.
I need a blank page.
Just one.
Like, these are all my notes.
We're getting there. We're going through a tree.
Keep going. Oh my
man of many ideas over here.
Just no blank pages.
Yay. All right, we got a blank page. So I feel like you may or may not agree with me with this, but essentially.
I am open to everything.
So this is a theory. The theory is that this is your grief. Okay? This is your grief. And
she's drawn a box, by the way, if you want to show.
I'm drawing a box. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, on the wide, and then yes.
Yeah, so that's your grief, all right? And there's a button at the bottom of this box. Okay? And that is the grief, all right? So whenever that gets pushed, you feel grief. So as something happens, you've got this ball. When the event starts, this is the grief. This is the ball in the box when something happens.
Okay.
All right? So that is constantly pushed. So you're feeling the grief constantly. And the pain, it hurts. As time goes, the ball gets smaller. And it bounces around still. But when it hits that point, it hurts just as much as it did the first day. It never goes. But the frequency of it hitting lessens. And that's pretty much the concept of like
I love that.
the ball. So it never leaves you. You never fully heal from it.
Sure.
But it gets smaller. It shrinks over time and it bounces around in this little box of grief. And when it hits the button, that's when it really hurts.
And when it does hit that button, are you making yourself aware that it's just the ball doing its thing? It's in motion and I just got to accept this.
Yeah, you go through the grief, you process it. You just feel you have to go through it. You can't not.
You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it.
It's happening for you, not to you, right?
Yeah.
And so when you talk about allowing yourself the space to grieve, do you sit still and allow yourself to be sad?
I do have moments. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
It's quite fresh. So I'm still learning, but like I got the call that my dad was missing while I was live on stream. So I got like a call and I got a missed call and I got like this voicemail and it was like, and I was like, guys, like prank call numbers, like scam calls never really leave messages. Let me listen to it. And it was like, hello, this is Sergeant blah, 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 the police, da, 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 da. And I was like, my dad's out near there. So I call them back and they're like, oh, we're sorry to tell you that he's actually a missing person. I was like, what? I'm like, what do you mean he's a missing person?
Are you still streaming by now or have you stopped?
No, I was like, as I got that, I was just like, one second, I was like, guys, I got to go. Stop the stream immediately, call my sister. I was like, get in the car, start driving out west right now.
Yeah.
Dad is missing. And so like she went out and like, yeah, it went from there. But that's why another reason why stream is so good for me, because I can escape that grief and I can immerse myself and I can be of service to others and I can connect with others.
Yeah. When did he pass?
4th of July, 2022.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So coming up 3 years.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Do you hold space with your sisters?
What do you mean?
Oh, when at this time, like 4th of July, do you go and spend time with them or?
No, we kind of we do our own thing.
Yeah.
My sister's got the 2 kids and my other sister is like, she's in Brisbane and yeah, I feel like we
grieve differently?
Yeah, we all grieve differently.
Yeah.
We all have like different ways of grieving and like, I think what we'll do is probably like I'll send my sister a heart or something. That's it. We don't need to speak about it. Like we just, yeah. But that's me. I don't really, I'm very much like, I've always kind of taken on the head of the household kind of.
You're the pillar.
Yeah, kind of.
That's a hard place to be sometimes.
Yeah.
Also too, like I find in Australia, we've got this whole just get on with it attitude. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be fine. Just get on with it, right? Whereas in other countries, how they deal with grief is incredible. Like in certain countries, they will wear black for a year and the people around them know that they're grieving and they treat them differently.
Wow.
They treat them with more care because they know that they're grieving. In some cultures, they sit with the body for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and allow them that time to be with it. I feel like in Western culture, we don't truly appreciate the grieving process when we lose a loved one. And it's really hard because we just literally, they die, funeral happens, gone. And literally they're forgotten about by most people the following week. It's crazy. It's really sad how we deal with grief compared to Eastern culture, in the Western culture. But, you know, I guess now more than ever, we have so many opportunities to talk to somebody about it. I don't believe in this whole excuse of like, you know, I don't have anyone to talk to. I've got to deal with it on my own. You don't. There's so many people out there dealing like that are open to listening to you talk about your grief. So it's a really interesting time. I've learned to, in my time of dealing with so many people passing away. It's weird because you just get grief heaped on top of grief. But you learn ways to manage it, and you learn to kind of be really respectful for when the button gets pushed, that's where you stop.
Yeah.
Because you know whatever you do next is going to be impacted by that.
Yeah.
And it could be with a partner, it could be at a gig, it could be doing something like, and you won't know why you feel this wave of sadness that just came over you and why you just feel like, bleh. It's because you're sad, and you got to allow yourself to be sad, right? And so this analogy is great. I love it. It's almost like, oh, the ball has...
It's always moving. It's always there.
Has hit the trigger, and it's just the ball, and then we'll pass. The ball will move on again, and
it'll come back.
Yeah, it'll come back, but it will pass as well,
and it will
too.
keep getting smaller.
Exactly. So that's, that's definitely a saving grace when you think about the grieving process. That moment that you are feeling sad, it'll pass, but you just got to allow yourself to go through it instead of like trying to deflect it or trying to, and it's great that you don't do, or I don't know if you do, but destructive things to help you through the grief process. People turn to alcohol, they turn to drugs, they turn to all these kind of crazy stuff.
I'm very self-aware. Like I'm hyper self-aware to a
seems
fault.
Like that.
To a fault, to the point where I wish I was oblivious sometimes.
No.
I analyze things too much. I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
So I'm overthinking.
I've got
I'm
a
very
book
critical.
there. It's called The Book of Overthinking.
Well,
I'm an overthinker
that's
too.
me. I'm such an overthinker. I overthink overthinking, and I'm very self-critical. And
how have you learned to manage that? Because you must.
I don't.
Look,
I haven't got there yet.
Then you can't do life if you're second guessing everything.
Well, I guess I also do a lot of like. There's like that whole release.
The microphone closer to you.
Yes, I can.
Go for it.
It's a whole lot of like. Don't stress about things you can't control, things that are out of your control. You can't control how people react. You can't control what people do. You can only control what you do. So focus on what you can control and go from there.
Yeah.
So I kind of do that, I guess. And I overthink. I let myself have the overthinking for a second, but just try and go back to things that are serving me.
Yeah.
But I'm very just over like I just do something that I know can kind of like it's hard. Like if I'm like feeling really kind of like in a down, I will probably stream. You'll see me streaming a lot longer. I'll do longer hours.
Cool. Yeah, just to escape from that.
Escape.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting through the day. I'm doing the things I need to do, focus on the next task that needs to be done and just kind of go task to task.
Yeah.
And it'll pass.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fine and I'll go again. And, just accelerate when I can, when I have the capacity to accelerate.
I guess it's a really cool thing about gaming is that you can center your focus onto something else. And like it can give you those little hits of dopamine, you know what I mean, as you get further and further in the levels as well too. And then add streaming on top of it. Do you talk about anything regarding this with your community? If
someone brings it up,
okay.
Yeah. I actually met someone who like they just randomly came into the streaming journey and we just really connected. And it's very strange how like I met them after my dad passed and the favorite drinks 4X, same as my dad. They're a builder. They own a building company just like my dad. And it just felt like I knew them already. So it's cool that there's people that you connect with. And literally like I think he said he came in and like it was his first time coming in and he said something and then I like said like, oh yeah, well my dad actually passed and he's like, crap, my dad actually passed too. And like, and then he felt really bad because I had to walk off the screen because I was like going to cry, and I just had to collect myself, come back. And I was like, don't stress, don't feel bad. And all like, I'm like, this is just my grief. But like, we've just connected since then. Like they're an incredible person, but you won't have those experiences if I don't stream. So
yeah. It's funny how we discount certain things because of how it's been portrayed in the public eye and these experiences that you're having.
People don't get it. People are quick to judge.
Yeah. Well, we're in that time now where judgment is like literally whenever you open your phone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's everywhere. Yeah. Like when I grew up, we didn't have any of that stuff. So the only people judging us was our parents, you know, whereas now it's millions and millions of people and it's really hard to kind of like tune that out and just.
I think people judged, but it's just amplified now because there's more of a platform for it.
It's good to judge as well too, because sometimes judgment saves you from fucking dying, you know. But there's good judgment and there's bad judgment, and then there's just really shitty, malicious judging, you know what I mean, for the sake of causing harm. So
I think it's just like the connotations associated with the words. Like I feel like, again, this is things that just learnt behavior that's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know?
Sure.
It's like you hear the word jealous, positive and negative.
For me, when I hear the word jealous, because of just my experience with jealousy, and I'm not a jealous person, but I've been with people that are extremely jealous. As a result of that, it has a negative connotation.
Yeah. So jealousy can be a good thing though. It can be a good thing because if you feel jealous of someone, it's what you do with that jealousy, that jealous feeling, which gives it either the negative or the positive. Because like if you are jealous of something, it's like you can either choose to tear that person down and kind of be like that tall poppy syndrome thing, or you can go, why am I jealous? And you use it as a reflection point. Why am I jealous? What can I do so that I can do something similar? Because clearly I'm jealous because I want what they have.
Right.
So how can I make myself have that? So it's like the way that you hone the jealousy sometimes.
You can almost turn jealousy into inspiration or influence.
Yeah, you can use it as a self-reflection tool. Yeah. But like you obviously just got to keep yourself in check, which is hard for a lot of people. But
very hard to do in relationships if you've been traumatized by those experiences, to not feel that low self-worth, that, you know. And again, what we do for a living as well too, and you could like I would imagine it's challenging being in the creative arts and having to give so much of your time and energy and emotional time and energy, physical time and energy to your art, and not have somebody in your life not take that as it taking you away from them. That's a challenging place to be as well.
That is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had some very like, I feel like in this industry it's very hard. And it's very like, I know that we might seem really confident on stage, but a lot of us can be very like sensitive to their craft. Like I'm very, like at the moment I'm very like sensitive about my DJing. I'm very sensitive about, like I'm always sensitive about my singing. Yeah. Like, but that's just because I'm a very critical person and I care a lot about my craft and I just care about what I put out there and everything like that. And could that impair me? Yes, that could impair me if I like let that kind of oversensitivity. But I don't know. It's interesting. But that's rooted in my whole life. Yeah. You know, like situations, like how I like tried to like, for example, like with my singing, there's like a few like points that just kind of like always kind of lay over my head. Like I was singing my whole life. I got my dancing contract and then I worked at Disney and I worked doing like dancing. I wanted to go into singing. I wanted to do some singing stuff. And I was doing like singing lessons with the literal music director of Disney. And he was like, yeah, you 100% are capable of doing the singing role. But the way that it just worked is that it like you were the casting director was absolutely lovely, but you're hired as a dancer, you're a dancer. There's your box, you know? And she had a reason. She just didn't want to book me as a singer. And she just kept saying no, 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 no. And I just kept getting no's. And I was just like, what is this? So then I went and I was like, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a singing contract. So I went and got a dancing singing contract and I went from there. But like, obviously that no, 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 you're not good enough that's always going to stay with you.
Yeah.
And, and then like I had a moment when I was on the cruise ship and I felt good and I had like my confidence was up, and then I had like a comment made because I was just like, yeah, I feel like I'm getting like so much da, 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 da. And then like it was like, yeah, but you don't have any tone. Like you're a musical theater. Like my voice was completely different to what it is now because I haven't developed my tone, because your voice will mold to whatever you're singing.
Yeah.
And like that's always stayed with me. So now I'm like self-conscious about my tone. And it's always been that. And so it's just like that's always like there's all little soft sore spots, and yeah, it's just like that.
Here's my take on tone. I'm a tone junkie, and for me, tone is everything when it comes to singing, because it really separates you, it defines you, it gives you that uniqueness. But tone comes from life experience and an acceptance of that's how your voice sounds. And I know myself, I battled for years to accept my tone because I wanted it to be this, and it was too much of this for this, and it couldn't be that, and it just made me infuriated. But then what I've done now is it's taken a long time, but I've just accepted that that's my tone, and I'm going to do with it the most I can and just branch out and do that. But it does take time for you to get really comfortable. And some people, they just got it straight off the bat.
Yeah.
And can I tell you an interesting story?
Yeah.
So for years, my whole career, I would sing with an American accent. Everybody does it, right? We're conditioned. We just conditioned to listening to American music. So it's just how
you pronounce the words and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then the music that you listen to and you sing, if it's a cover, for example, it's either sung by an American or British or whatever. So you just emulate them. Yeah. Anyway, one of the last musical projects that I was involved in, I felt like the message I was trying to put out there could not be done with an American accent. Interesting. Because it wouldn't be authentic. And this happened after I found one of my best mates dead in his apartment. But they managed to bring him to life. And he's unfortunately a vegetable. And wow. Yeah, he's in palliative care. And, I visit him a lot. And, I cared for him throughout his journey from coma to where he is right now. But he was a massive proponent of being authentic. And he was also a massive proponent of Australian hip-hop, which at the time I wasn't like a massive fan of. There are some incredible Australian hip-hop acts out there who are just unbelievable and just probably don't get the credit that they deserve. But at the time I was so conditioned by American music that when I wrote this project, it happened after that. Wow. And it made me realize that I can't do this like that anymore. And yeah. His influence on me forced me to do
life experience
in an Australian accent. And that was super confronting to me. But now when I listen to it, when I even listen to what I do, it's like, that's me. And what's the one thing that, okay, like when you sing on something and people listen to it, what's like one of the things that people say, one thing that a person can say that for some people they love it, but now in hindsight I listen to it and I go, oh my God, it doesn't even sound like you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds so good, but it doesn't even sound like you. That for me is like, scrap it. Seriously, because it doesn't sound like me. I want you to hear me talking to you, and as I'm talking to you, if I break out into a song, it makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, of course that's you. That's your voice. So tone is a very hard thing, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Do you have moments where you hate your voice? Like, do you go through periods, or do you just like your voice?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
It used to when I was younger. When I was younger, I was into R&B, but my voice was too raspy for R&B. And then I got into Jodeci, and then I heard KC, and I was like, that motherfucker's raspy as all hell, and he's killing it. So I ended up going down that direct, But then I've just accepted that my tone is my tone, and people book me for my tone. So it's like, okay, well, I must be doing something right. So I just roll with it. But I do understand that whole concept, because I think for a woman as well too, it's different. It is. It's different. For a female singer, it's very different compared to a male singer. It's a lot harsher. the kind of criticism and the judgment, and then obviously that replays back in your mind and plays into your overthinking as well too. And I guess in a way you focus on the things that you probably shouldn't be focused on. I don't think you should focus on your tone. I think you should focus on your connection with your audience.
Yeah.
Because they remember that more than they will remember your tone. They'll remember that connective experience they've had with you more than the words that you forgot to sing or the notes that you sang off. That's what it's about. Yeah. And creating an energy and an experience for people in real time when you perform, that's your number one priority. None of that other shit.
No, I like that.
Yeah. And it's easy to get all bogged down in it. And I tell you what's even more crazy, when you do studio work. When you do work where you're in a very sterile environment, you don't have like the noise of an audience and the band and the atmosphere and the moment. I challenge you to do this. I challenge you to record one of your gigs and listen back to it and think in your mind, how did I feel in that moment? Because I guarantee you in that moment, you thought it was fucking mad. But then when you listen to it back, you were like, oh my God. What the fuck? I've done that many times in the past, and it humbles you. But it also makes you realize that there's something about the moment, the magic of the moment, where you forget about all that shit.
Yeah.
And what you need to remind yourself of that feeling in the moment. And then when you go to scrutinize yourself again or overthink things, just remind yourself of that moment. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. That's very, very, very lovely.
Yeah. I have to do that when I have singers in here who are really, pedantic about their tone. And then when they hear themselves on a microphone, they can pick up every nuance of their voice. They freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they freak out. I've started doing live performances on this show, and I've started to use microphones that like nobody uses on singers, because they're a voiceover microphone, and it's a boom mic that literally sits up here on movie sets. And
wow.
It's unbelievable what that mic picks up. It's unbelievable. It really is. But I've since seen it used on a very popular show on YouTube and thought to myself, because it sounds incredible, like, I'm going to try it out. So I went and bought a couple of those mics, and I've since used it on some singers, on two singers in particular on the show. Holy fuck. I am so glad that I don't listen to what people tell me to do. I'm so glad. Every person I told I'm going to buy these mics told me not to buy them. And these people from music to film. I've got some friends in these industries. They all told me, don't buy the mic. It's crazy. It's going to sound shit. It's going to pick up all the noise in the room, blah, blah, blah.
Sounds mad.
It sounds fucking unbelievable. It's just the way you use it. It's having the right singers who know. I also have to give them a tiny coaching session when singing on that mic before they sing as well too. Because we have that propensity to get close. This mic.
You stay away.
You can stay here and it picks up everything.
That's mad.
And even if you're, a more wispier singer, a quieter singer, it'll pick up everything. You don't need to belt it out. You have to enlist control. Anyway, we're going off on tangents, huh? Holy shit, this whole episode is tangents. We've clocked nearly 3 hours.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 51 minutes.
Hey, let's go.
I could go for longer, but you've kind of like maybe craved McDonald's. So I reckon
get Maccas.
We get Maccas, and I reckon we do this again on another episode or a vlog. I reckon the next time we do this, we do something fun. Maybe we do it while you're gaming. Let's think of something fucking cool to do for a second episode.
100%.
And we maybe even flip this because I get rid of this table when I have bands in here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The whole thing's opened up. All of this goes and it's all opened up for a band. Maybe we open up for a gaming console.
Yeah. Hells to the air.
Hey, man. And you could bring out the old gamer.
Get the capture card out so they can see what we're doing.
Yeah. I've got OBS.
There we go.
Bro, sky's the limit. You're going to have to teach me how to get it back running again because it's been a while.
No, we can get that sorted.
So your band is called So Fresh Life?
Yes.
Okay. And you got a DJ name?
DJ Teegstah.
DJ Teegstah. Teegstah is also your Twitch handle?
Yes, because I actually was sent to London for doing DJing. on my my TikTok.
Oh, so you're also DJing online as well too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was like, I'm going to learn, so let's learn together.
Shit, that's really putting yourself out there.
Well, that's why I'm very self-conscious about it. I was like, I'm going to learn at the same time as you.
Yeah, right.
Like, we're going to learn together.
Can I ask you a question? How do you get around the copyright laws and all that sort of crap on those mediums?
It depends. Like when it's TikTok live, that's fine. It's not really, because it doesn't sit anywhere. It's just in the moment.
Yeah.
YouTube, I just get like, I can't monetize.
Yeah, right. So you can't monetize, but do they let you play?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't like mute it or take down the...
Oh, it depends on what songs get played. They might get muted. Depends on the level of the copyright.
I did it. Oh my God, that's what we should do.
A DJ stream.
You should DJ on the next episode. DJ. I had a guy who is a doctor in music come on the episode, and he played drum machines and talked about rhythm and did the drum machines.
Why don't you come to the Your Shot performance day and vlog it?
When is that?
20th of July.
Okay. Actually, I have a friend of mine. She's one of the teachers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's her name?
She goes by the DJ name of Azure.
Azure?
Yeah, Kirsty is her name.
Okay.
Oh, Chrissy. Whoops. Yeah, she's one of the judges. And, one of our close friends did that as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let me know the dates and we'll see if we can
do a little vlog.
Man, now it's like any excuse to vlog. So I bought a kettle today, and the first thing that came to mind when I got in the car to go and buy the kettle was I should have fucking turned this into a vlog. It's crazy how mundane things are and how appealing that is to other people.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? What is this world we're living in?
You don't need to make things look fancy.
No. Oh, don't tell me that now.
It's nice, but you don't have to.
You know what? I follow a couple of people on YouTube, Madeline Argy. You know Madeline Argy? And her vlogs, on YouTube just look really, they're crap. But she's so engaging to watch. And
because the content's actually good.
Because the content's great and it's all about content.
Just because you buy all the gear doesn't mean that your content's going to be great.
100%.
It doesn't increase your content. You need to start with you.
Whereas with Andre Unchained, I have found a marriage of content and quality.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming on, man.
I really do appreciate that.
And I really appreciate you being so open, talking about, everything, in your life.
I'm a transparent person.
Yeah, and I love that. And that's what I really want this to be, because there's going to be people that watch this that may get to this point where we talked about grief and just gone, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? Like, had we not gone there, had we not gone for 3 hours, we may not have gone there. That's why I allow this space to just go wherever it goes, because sometimes things get awesome halfway through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming after such a long stream and still having the energy to.
Always.
I owe you Maccas.
No.
Thank you,
I'm going to get Maccas.
Yes. You're a legend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice.